Hello there and welcome to Sleepy Animal Fact. Make yourself comfortable now. Adjust your pillow if you need to. Let your shoulders drop and allow your breathing to become slow and steady. Tonight, we're going to take a gentle journey through time. A peaceful exploration of how cats came to be the creatures we know and love today. There's no need to remember any of this. Simply let the words wash over you, like a warm, soft blanket settling around you. If these gentle journeys bring you peace, consider leaving a kind word, sharing this moment with another, or joining our growing flock of quiet dreamers. Let your eyes grow heavy whenever they wish. I'll be here, speaking softly, as we travel back through millions of years together. So let's begin. Imagine, if you will, a world 56 million years ago. The Earth was warmer then, lush and green, with dense forests stretching endlessly across ancient continents. This was the Eocene epoch, a time of gentle warming, when the air itself seemed thick with possibility. And somewhere in those primordial forests, small creatures moved quietly through the undergrowth. These were the myacids, the earliest relatives of all the carnivores we know today. They were not cats, not yet, but they carried within them the very first whispers of what cats would one day become. Picture a creature no larger than a weasel, perhaps, or a small fox. Slender and quick, with bright, watchful eyes. These myacids were tree-dwellers, agile and light on their feet. They climbed and leaped and hunted in the branches, their bodies learning, over countless generations, the art of balance, the skill of the silent approach. It was here, in this warm and ancient world, that the groundwork was laid for the graceful hunters cats would become. The flexible spine, the quick reflexes, the patient predatory gaze. All of it began with these small, forgotten ancestors moving softly through forests that no longer exist. Take a slow breath now. Let that image settle in your mind like leaves drifting gently to a forest floor. Time passes. Millions upon millions of years flow by like a quiet river. And around 30 million years ago, something remarkable emerged. Her name, given to her by scientists long after her time, was Proailurus. In Greek, this means before the cats, and that is precisely what she was. The first true cat, the ancestor of every lion, every tiger, every tabby curled up on a sunny windowsill. Proailurus was small, about the size of a domestic cat today. She had a flexible spine that allowed her to twist and turn with effortless grace. And in her mouth, she carried something new, shearing teeth, designed not for grinding or crushing, but for slicing cleanly through her prey. Imagine her now, moving through an ancient forest in what we would one day call Europe. She is quiet, deliberate, her body low to the ground as she stalks through ferns and fallen leaves. Every movement is precise, efficient, beautiful. She did not know, of course, that she was the beginning of something extraordinary. She was simply living her life, hunting and resting and watching the world with calm, patient eyes. But within her bones and muscles and teeth, a template was being written, a design so elegant that it would endure for tens of millions of years. Let your body relax a little more now. Feel the weight of your limbs sinking gently into the surface beneath you. There is something wonderfully simple about a cat's purpose. While other animals adapted to eat many things, plants and insects, fruits and seeds, cats chose a different path. They became specialists. Look into a cat's mouth sometime if you have the chance, and you will notice something curious. They have no flat, grinding molars like we do. Instead, their back teeth are sharp, designed for one purpose only: to shear meat cleanly from bone. These are called carnassial teeth, and they appeared in those first true cats over 30 million years ago, during a time we call the Oligocene. With these teeth came a commitment, a biological promise that cats would forever be what scientists call obligate carnivores, creatures who must eat meat to survive. This might seem limiting, but there is a kind of freedom in such focus. Cats did not need to be everything to everyone. They did not need to adapt to every food source or every environment. They simply needed to be very, very good at one thing: hunting. And so they are. Even now, all these millions of years later. Breathe slowly. Let the simplicity of that thought comfort you. There is peace in knowing exactly what you are meant to be. Here is something remarkable to consider as you rest. While so many creatures have changed dramatically over the ages, growing larger, smaller, developing new features, losing old ones, cats have remained remarkably, beautifully the same. Their evolutionary rate is slow, and this is not a sign of stagnation. It is a sign of perfection. When a design works well, there is no need to change it. And the cat's design works extraordinarily well. Other predators rose and fell around them. The creodonts, for instance, ancient hunters who once seemed destined to rule the world, diversified too quickly, spread themselves too thin, and eventually faded into extinction. But cats endured. They did not try to become something they were not. They did not chase every opportunity or adapt to every niche. They simply remained cats, patient, efficient, elegant. And in doing so, they outlasted their competitors. There is a lesson in this, perhaps, a gentle reminder that sometimes the wisest thing we can do is simply be ourselves and trust that this is enough. Let that thought settle over you now, soft and reassuring. Have you ever looked into a cat's face and felt a sudden, inexplicable tenderness? There is a reason for this, and it goes back millions of years. Cats retain, even into adulthood, many of the features of kittens. Their skulls remain rounded, their eyes large in proportion to their faces, their features soft and almost childlike. Scientists call this neoteny, the retention of juvenile characteristics into maturity. But this is not merely an accident of aesthetics. It is deeply functional. That rounded skull houses a brain optimized for hunting. Those large eyes gather light efficiently, allowing cats to see in the dimmest conditions. The proportions that make us find them endearing are the same proportions that make them such effective predators. Nature, it seems, has a sense of poetry. The same features that help a cat survive are the features that make us want to care for them. And so, across millions of years and countless generations, cats have carried with them the faces of eternal kittens, hunters wrapped in the guise of innocence. Let your face relax now. Your jaw, your forehead, the small muscles around your eyes. Let everything soften. Now let us travel to a different landscape entirely. Leave behind the ancient forests for a moment and imagine instead a vast, rolling desert. Dunes the color of honey stretch to the horizon in every direction, and the air is warm and still. Here, in this harsh and beautiful place, lives a remarkable creature, the sand cat. Small and pale, with fur the color of the desert itself, the sand cat is almost invisible against the dunes. This is no accident. Over countless generations, this little cat evolved its sandy coat specifically for camouflage, blending seamlessly into its arid home. The sand cat is a survivor. It can endure temperatures that would overwhelm most creatures, finding shelter in burrows during the heat of the day and emerging at night to hunt. Its large ears listen for the faintest sounds of prey beneath the sand. Its padded paws leave barely a trace on the shifting dunes. Picture this small, pale cat now, moving silently through a moonlit desert. The stars above are brilliant and countless, and the sand glows faintly silver in the darkness. There is no sound but the whisper of wind, and the sand cat moves through it all like a ghost, perfectly at home in a world of extremes. Breathe deeply now. Feel the stillness of that desert night settling into your body. From the heat of the desert, we travel now to the opposite extreme. Picture a world locked in ice, the Pleistocene epoch, when vast glaciers covered much of the earth and winter seemed endless. In this frozen world, the ancestors of today's Siberian cats developed something remarkable: a coat of extraordinary density, layer upon layer of thick, insulating fur that trapped warmth against their bodies and kept the bitter cold at bay. These were not the pampered house cats we know today. These were survivors, tough and resilient, making their homes in a landscape of snow and ice. They hunted in temperatures that would be unbearable to most creatures, their thick coats protecting them from the biting wind, their paws carrying them silently over frozen ground. The Siberian cat of today still carries this legacy. If you have ever run your fingers through the coat of a Siberian, you have felt the echo of ice ages past, that dense, luxurious fur that once meant the difference between survival and death. Even now, as you rest in your warm and comfortable space, you can appreciate what those ancient cats endured, and perhaps that makes your own warmth feel all the more precious. Sink a little deeper into that warmth now. Let it hold you gently. High in the mountains, where the borders of Pakistan and China meet, there is a place of stark and rugged beauty. Rocky peaks rise toward the sky, and the wind carries the chill of ancient glaciers. It was here that scientists made an extraordinary discovery: the skull of a creature they named Panthera blithyi, at 4.4 million years old. This is the oldest known fossil of a big cat ever found. Imagine holding that skull in your hands. Not literally, of course, for it is precious beyond measure, but in your mind's eye. Imagine the weight of it, the texture of ancient bone. This creature lived and hunted in these very mountains millions of years ago. It looked out over landscapes not so different from those we see today, watched the same stars while overhead, felt the same cold wind against its face. Panthera blithyi is a window into the past, a reminder that the great cats of today, The lions, the tigers, the leopards have roots stretching back into deep time. They are not merely animals of the present moment. They are living connections to a world almost unimaginably old. Let that thought drift through your mind now, peaceful and unhurried. There is no need to hold on to it. Simply let it pass, like a cloud moving slowly across a distant sky. In China, nestled among layers of ancient sediment, scientists found something small and easily overlooked. A tiny jaw fragment, delicate and precise. This belonged to a creature called Prionelurus curtini, and it is the smallest cat fossil ever discovered. It dates back over 300,000 years. Think of how small this cat must have been. Perhaps no larger than a modern house cat, possibly even smaller. A tiny hunter in an ancient world, moving through forests and grasslands that would one day become the landscapes of modern China. We know so little about this creature. Just a fragment of jaw, a few teeth, whispers preserved in stone. But even these small pieces tell us something important. Cats have always come in many forms, from the great and powerful to the small and swift. Each one adapted to its world, each one finding its own way to survive. And perhaps there is comfort in that, in knowing that even the smallest among us has a place, a purpose, a story worth telling. And so we pause here, at the edge of 300,000 years ago, with the memory of a tiny cat whose story is mostly lost to time. You have traveled far tonight, 56 million years into the past and back again. Through warm Eocene forests and frozen Pleistocene tundra, across desert dunes and mountain peaks. And through it all, the ancestors of cats have been there, adapting, surviving, becoming. There is more to discover, of course. Many more facts, many more stories. But for now, let yourself rest in this moment. Let the weight of all those millions of years settle gently over you, not as a burden, but as a blanket. A reminder that you are part of something vast and ancient and ongoing. The story continues, but for now, simply breathe, simply rest, simply be. You are exactly where you need to be. Take a moment now to notice your breathing. You don't need to change it, just notice it. The slow rise and fall, the quiet rhythm that has been with you since the moment you were born. Let it continue, steady and calm, as we move forward through time. We left off in the ancient world, among the earliest ancestors of cats. Now we travel to a more recent chapter, though still impossibly old by human standards. A time when cats and humans first began to share their lives. 10,000 years ago, the world was changing. Humans, who had wandered as hunters and gatherers for countless generations, began to settle down. They planted seeds, harvested grain, and built the first permanent villages. And with those grain stores came an uninvited guest, mice. Where there is grain, there are rodents. And where there are rodents, there are cats. Picture a small village in what we now call the Fertile Crescent, the lands between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, where civilization itself was taking its first tentative steps. Mud brick houses cluster together, and nearby, stores of precious grain are kept safe from the elements. And at the edges of this village, watching with calm, golden eyes, are African wildcats. These were not domesticated creatures. Not yet. They were wild, self-sufficient, and perfectly capable of living without humans. But they were also practical. Where mice gathered, hunting was easy, and so the wildcats came closer, tolerating the presence of these strange, two-legged creatures in exchange for abundant prey. This is what scientists call self-domestication. The cats were not captured or bred or forced into service. They simply chose. They chose proximity to humans because it benefited them. And humans, in turn, allowed them to stay because the cats solved a very real problem. It was a partnership born not of control, but of mutual convenience. And perhaps that is why, even today, cats retain that air of independence. They came to us on their own terms, and in some quiet way, they have never forgotten it. Breathe slowly now. Let that ancient village fade gently from your mind. And so, around 10,000 years ago, in the Near East, the first domestic cats came to be. Not through cages or leashes or deliberate breeding programs, but through something far gentler. Cats simply began to live alongside humans, generation after generation, in those early farming communities. They earned their place by doing what they do best: hunting. The mice and rats that threatened precious grain stores were no match for these patient, silent predators. And the humans who watched them work came to value their presence, perhaps even to appreciate their company. Imagine, for a moment, sitting outside one of those ancient homes on a warm evening. The work of the day is done. The grain is safely stored. And nearby, a small cat grooms itself in the fading light, utterly unconcerned with your presence. There is something peaceful about that image, something that transcends the thousands of years between that moment and this one. The relationship between cats and humans began in simplicity, in shared space, in quiet coexistence, in the practical exchange of pest control for shelter. And from that simple beginning, everything else would follow. Here is something lovely to consider as you rest. The traits that make domestic cats who they are today: their sociability, their varied coat colors and patterns, their willingness to live alongside us, were not forced upon them. They were not the result of deliberate breeding, the way dogs were shaped over thousands of years. Instead, cats changed through natural selection, adapting to life in human settlements simply by being themselves. The cats who thrived near humans were the ones who could tolerate our presence without too much fear or aggression. They were calm enough to hunt near busy granaries, relaxed enough to raise their kittens in the shadows of our homes. And over many generations, these traits became more common. Coat colors began to vary as well. In the wild, a cat's coat is designed for camouflage, sandy browns and muted grays that blend into the landscape. But in human settlements, where survival depended less on hiding from predators and more on catching mice, other colors could flourish. Tabbies and gingers, blacks and whites, calicos and tortoiseshells. A beautiful diversity emerged, simply because there was room for it. Cats became gentler, more social, more varied in appearance, not because we demanded it, but because it happened naturally. They adapted to us as we adapted to them, each shaping the other without force or intention. There is something deeply reassuring about this. It suggests that some of the most meaningful relationships are not engineered, but simply allowed to unfold. The ancestors of domestic cats were solitary creatures, African wildcats, from whom all domestic cats descend, live and hunt alone. They are not pack animals like wolves, nor do they form the complex social structures of lions. Each wildcat is an island, self-contained and independent. And yet, domestic cats can form bonds. Deep, genuine bonds with other cats and with us. In places where resources are abundant, cats will gather into colonies. They groom each other, sleep in warm piles, and even help raise each other's kittens. They develop friendships and preferences, seeking out certain companions while avoiding others. This capacity for connection was always there, hidden within the wildcat's solitary nature. It simply needed the right circumstances to emerge, and life alongside humans provided exactly that. When you watch a cat curl up against another cat, or press its head against your hand, you are witnessing something extraordinary. You are seeing an animal whose ancestors lived alone, choosing, instead, to seek closeness. Let that thought warm you now. Even the most independent hearts can learn to love company. Now we travel to the banks of the Nile, to the golden sands and towering monuments of ancient Egypt. Here, cats were more than companions. They were sacred. The Egyptians saw in cats something divine. Their grace, their mystery, their calm and watchful presence. All of it spoke to something beyond the ordinary. Cats were associated with Batet, the goddess of home, fertility, and protection, often depicted with the head of a lioness or a domestic cat. So deep was this reverence that millions of cats were mummified and placed in temples as offerings. Imagine the quiet ceremony of it. Priests carefully wrapping each small body, preparing it for an eternal rest in the company of the gods. In some Egyptian households, the death of a family cat was mourned deeply. Family members would shave their eyebrows as a sign of grief, and the cat's body would be treated with the same respect afforded to human relatives. This was a culture that looked at cats and saw not merely useful hunters, but reflections of the divine. They saw creatures worthy of worship, of protection, of eternal honor. Close your eyes now if they are not already closed. Picture a quiet temple in the Egyptian night. Incense burning softly, the flicker of oil lamps, and somewhere in the shadows, the serene face of a carved cat, watching over all. Time flows forward, carrying us from ancient Egypt to a very different era. The year is 1492. 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, are preparing to set sail from Spain on a voyage that will change the world. And aboard those ships, among the sailors and supplies, are cats. This was common practice in those days. Sea voyages were long and treacherous, and the ship's stores of food were constantly at risk from rats and mice. Cats were the perfect solution, natural hunters who required little care and kept the pest population under control. Imagine one of these ship's cats now. Perhaps she is a tabby, compact and practical, her eyes bright with curiosity. She has never known anything but the creaking wood of the ship's hold, the sway of the deck beneath her paws. She does not know that she is part of a historic voyage. She knows only the hunt, the warmth of a coiled rope, the endless blue of the ocean. Christopher Columbus may be remembered for discovering new lands, but he could not have made the journey without the help of these small, quiet passengers. Cats have always found ways to insert themselves into history, not through grand gestures, but simply by being useful and by being themselves. Let the gentle rocking of an ancient ship carry you now. Feel the slow sway, the soft creak of timber, the deep peace of the open sea. And now, a small and lovely piece of language to carry with you into sleep. A group of cats is called a clouder. Say it softly to yourself if you like. Clouder. It has a gentle, rounded sound, doesn't it? Like something warm and full and content. The word comes from the term clodder, an Old English word meaning to clot or to huddle together, and that is exactly what a clouder does. Cats gather, they cluster, they press close to one another for warmth and comfort. Picture a clouder now, perhaps in a sunlit barn, where a dozen cats of all colors sprawl across hay bales and wooden beams. Perhaps in a quiet alley, where strays have formed their own small family, looking out for one another. Perhaps on your own couch, if you are lucky enough to share your home with more than one cat. They are not a herd or a flock or a pack. They are a clouder, a word that belongs to them alone, as unique and particular as they are. We have traveled from the first farming villages to the temples of Egypt, from the decks of sailing ships to the soft, round sound of a word. Clouder. Cats have walked beside us for 10,000 years now. They came to us by choice, stayed with us through history, and earned a place in our homes and our hearts without ever losing their essential wildness. There is more to discover, more stories, more facts, more gentle journeys through the world of cats. But for now, let yourself rest in what you have learned. Breathe slowly, sink deeply, and let the night carry you wherever it will. If you've been drifting in and out of sleep, that's perfectly fine. Let these words find you wherever you are, in the soft space between waking and dreaming, or resting quietly with your eyes closed, simply listening. Take a moment now to notice how your body feels. The places where it presses against the mattress or cushions beneath you. The weight of blankets, if you have them. The temperature of the air on your skin. You don't need to change anything. Simply notice and then let it go. In this part of our journey, we're going to explore something truly remarkable. The physical design of cats. The bones, the muscles, the countless small perfections that allow them to move with such effortless grace. Each detail is a testament to millions of years of refinement. A body built for beauty and precision. Consider, for a moment, your own skeleton. You have approximately 206 bones holding you together. A framework that supports you, protects you, and allows you to move through the world. It's an elegant system, honed over millions of years of evolution. Now consider the cat. A cat has around 250 bones. That's roughly 40 more than you carry within your own body, packed into a frame that is, in most cases, far smaller than yours. Where do all those extra bones go? What purpose do they serve? The answer lies in flexibility. Those additional bones give cats a range of motion that would be impossible for creatures like us. They can twist and turn, arch and stretch, compress and extend in ways that seem almost liquid. When a cat threads itself through a narrow gap or curls into an impossibly tight ball for sleeping, it is those extra bones, particularly in the spine and tail, that make it possible. Imagine, for a moment, what it would feel like to have that kind of flexibility. To be able to curl and stretch without limit, to move through space as if your body were made of something softer than bone. There is a freedom in that thought, isn't there? A kind of liberation. Breathe deeply now, and as you exhale, imagine releasing any tension you might be holding. Let your own bones rest, heavy and supported, while you contemplate the remarkable skeleton of the cat. Have you ever watched a cat fall? Perhaps from a shelf or a windowsill or the back of a couch. There is a moment, just a fraction of a second, when the cat is suspended in midair, seemingly helpless. And then, before you can even register what's happening, the cat twists, rotates, and lands neatly on its feet. This is called the righting reflex, and it is one of the most extraordinary abilities in the animal kingdom. Cats can do this because of those extra vertebrae we just discussed, the additional bones in their spine that give them such remarkable flexibility. When a cat falls, it uses these vertebrae to rotate its body in stages. First, the head turns to face downward. Then the front half of the body follows, twisting to align with the head. And finally, the back half rotates to match, bringing all four paws into position for landing. All of this happens in a heartbeat, faster than thought, faster than fear. Scientists have studied this reflex extensively, filming cats in slow motion to understand exactly how they manage it. And what they've found is a system of incredible precision. A body that knows instinctively how to right itself no matter how it falls. Picture this now in your mind's eye. A cat tumbling through the air, graceful even in chaos, its body flowing through the necessary rotations with the ease of water finding its level. There is no panic in this movement. Only trust. Trust in a body that knows exactly what to do. Let yourself feel that same trust now. Trust in your own body, which is carrying you safely through this night. Trust in the breath that continues without your conscious effort. Trust in the sleep that is waiting to receive you. The tail of a cat is not merely decorative. It is, in fact, a precision instrument, a counterbalance of extraordinary sensitivity, made possible by a collection of small bones called caudal vertebrae. Most cats have between 19 and 23 of these bones in their tails, each one capable of independent movement. Watch a cat walking along a narrow fence, and you will see the tail at work. It shifts and sways, making constant micro-adjustments to keep the body perfectly balanced. When the cat turns, the tail swings in the opposite direction, counteracting the momentum. When the cat leaps, the tail helps guide the trajectory, ensuring a precise landing. During a fall, those same tail vertebrae assist in the righting reflex we just explored. They help the cat control its rotation, fine-tuning the spin of the body until all four paws are pointed exactly where they need to be. Even when a cat is simply sitting still, the tail is communicating. A gentle sway might indicate curiosity. A sharp flick could mean irritation. The tail speaks its own quiet language, one that we can learn to read if we pay attention. Imagine, for a moment, having such an extension of yourself. a part of your body dedicated entirely to balance and expression, moving with grace and purpose at all times. There is something almost meditative about the image of a cat's tail, swaying gently in the quiet of a still room. Let that image rest in your mind now. A tail moving slowly, rhythmically, like a pendulum counting out the peaceful moments of a lazy afternoon. Here is a small detail that makes a very large difference. In humans, the collarbone, also called the clavicle, is a sturdy bone that connects the shoulder to the rest of the skeleton. It's fixed in place, providing structure and stability. This is useful for the things humans do: carrying, lifting, using tools with precision. But cats have a different arrangement entirely. A cat's collarbone is what scientists call free-floating. It is not attached to any other bones at all. Instead, it sits within the muscles of the shoulder, held in place by tissue rather than by skeletal connection. This might sound precarious, but it is actually a remarkable adaptation. Without a fixed collarbone, the cat's shoulders are not constrained to a single position. They can move independently, sliding forward and back with each stride, compressing inward when the cat needs to squeeze through a tight space. This is why cats can fit through openings that seem impossibly small. If a cat's head can pass through a gap, the rest of its body can usually follow, because those free-floating collarbones allow the shoulders to compress and shift in ways that a fixed skeleton never could. Think of it as a kind of built-in flexibility, a looseness in the design that allows for greater freedom of movement. There is something almost philosophical about it. The idea that sometimes being less rigidly connected makes us more capable, more adaptable. Let your own shoulders relax now. Let them drop away from your ears, releasing any tension you might be holding. You don't need to carry anything right now. Simply rest. That free-floating collarbone we just discussed has another benefit, one that becomes apparent when a cat leaps. Because the clavicle is reduced in size and buried within the shoulder muscles, it is protected from the tremendous forces generated during jumping. When a cat springs upward, launching itself from the ground with explosive power, the impact of landing is absorbed by muscles and tendons rather than transferred directly to bone. This is important because cats leap constantly. They jump onto counters and shelves, onto fences and walls, into trees and through windows. Each of these jumps generates significant force, and if that force were channeled through a rigid collarbone, the risk of injury would be much higher. Instead, the cat's design distributes the stress across its flexible shoulder assembly, preventing breakage and allowing for repeated powerful leaps without wear or damage. Evolution, it seems, has thought of everything. Every detail of the cat's body is considered, refined, perfected. Even a small bone, reduced in size and hidden within muscle, plays a crucial role in the cat's remarkable athleticism. Take a slow breath now, in and out, gentle and unhurried. Let your body feel supported and safe, held by the surface beneath you, ready for rest. Speaking of leaps, here is a fact that borders on the extraordinary. A cat can jump up to 6 times its own body length in a single bound. Pause for a moment and consider what that means. If you were capable of the same feat, proportionally speaking, you could leap across a small house in a single jump. You could clear a swimming pool from a standing start. The distances involved are almost unimaginable. Cats achieve this through a combination of powerful hind leg muscles, that flexible spine we've discussed, and precise coordination. When a cat prepares to jump, it crouches low, compressing its body like a spring. Then, in a burst of explosive energy, it extends, spine lengthening, legs driving downward, the whole body uncoiling in one fluid motion. The result is a trajectory that seems almost to defy gravity. The cat arcs through the air, reaching heights and distances that seem impossible for such a small creature. And yet, to the cat, this is simply ordinary. It is what cats do. They see a high shelf and they are there. They spot prey across a gap and they close the distance in an instant. Their bodies are built for exactly this purpose. Imagine, just for a moment, what it would feel like to leap like that. The rush of air, the momentary weightlessness, the perfect certainty of landing exactly where you intend. Now let that feeling fade into softness. You don't need to leap anywhere tonight. You are exactly where you belong, and there is nowhere else you need to be. When a cat truly commits to running, it becomes a blur. In short bursts, cats can reach speeds of approximately 30 miles per hour. This is not sustained running. Cats are sprinters, not marathoners. But in those brief explosive moments, they are astonishingly fast. Think about how quickly that is. If you were driving a car at 30 miles per hour through a quiet neighborhood, you would feel you were moving at a reasonable pace. Now imagine a small, furry creature reaching that same speed on 4 silent paws. This speed is made possible by everything we've discussed. The flexible spine that allows for a longer stride, the powerful hind legs that drive the body forward, the free-floating shoulders that enable the front legs to reach farther with each step. Every element of the cat's body contributes to this capability. But cats are not reckless with their speed. They use it sparingly, in the final moments of a hunt or when escaping danger. The rest of the time, they conserve their energy, moving at a leisurely pace or resting in warm, comfortable spots. There is wisdom in this approach. Speed when necessary, stillness when possible. Effort when it matters, rest when it doesn't. You too can embrace this wisdom tonight. Whatever speed your life demands during waking hours, this moment is for stillness. This moment is for rest. Behind all of these physical abilities lies the brain. And within the cat's brain, there is a structure called the cerebellum. This region is responsible for coordination, balance, and fine motor control. All the things that allow cats to move with such remarkable grace. In cats, the cerebellum is proportionally larger than it is in humans. This makes sense when you consider how much of a cat's life depends on precise physical control. Hunting, climbing, jumping, landing, every one of these activities requires split-second adjustments and perfect coordination. The cerebellum processes information from the inner ear, the eyes, and sensors throughout the body, creating a constantly updating model of where the cat is in space. When a cat walks along a narrow branch or lands on a tiny ledge, it is the cerebellum that makes this possible. Calculating angles, adjusting muscle tension, maintaining balance. All of this happens below the level of conscious thought. The cat does not think about balance any more than you think about breathing. It simply moves, trusting its body to know what to do. This is a kind of grace that exists beyond intention. It is built into the very structure of the cat, wired into its neurons and synapses. Let yourself appreciate that kind of effortless coordination now. And let yourself trust in your own body's unconscious wisdom. The heartbeat that continues without thought, the breath that flows without effort, the systems that care for you while you sleep. Watch a cat walk, and you will notice something curious about its feet. Cats are what scientists call digitigrades. This means they walk on their toes, with their heels lifted off the ground. If you were to do the same, you would be walking on the balls of your feet at all times, your heels never touching down. This stance gives cats several advantages. It makes them quieter, for one thing. Their footfalls are soft and nearly silent, perfect for stalking prey. It also allows for quicker acceleration, since the legs are already partially extended and ready to spring forward. Watch a cat stalking a toy or a bird outside a window, and you will see this digitigrade stance in action. Each step is deliberate, controlled, placed with exquisite care. The cat moves like a shadow, making almost no sound at all. There is something deeply calming about watching this kind of movement. It is the opposite of haste, the opposite of noise. It is patience made physical, silence given form. Imagine yourself moving that quietly through the world. Each step placed with intention, each movement made with care. There is a kind of meditation in such movement, a presence that requires nothing but attention to the current moment. Let that sense of quiet presence settle over you now. You don't need to move at all. Simply rest and let stillness hold you. Here is a detail so precise it seems almost impossible. When a cat stalks its prey, its hind paws step exactly into the prints left by its front paws. This is called direct registering, and it serves multiple purposes. By placing the hind feet precisely where the front feet have already been, the cat minimizes noise. It knows those spots are safe and silent because it has already tested them. It also reduces visible tracks, making the cat harder to follow. And it allows for maximum control, since every footfall is deliberate and planned. Imagine the concentration this requires. The cat must track not only its prey but also the position of its own feet, coordinating all four limbs with perfect precision. And yet, cats do this instinctively without apparent effort. Watch a cat hunting sometime if you have the chance. Watch how the back feet seem to find the exact same spots the front feet have just left. It is a kind of dance choreographed by millions of years of evolution. The cat does not think about this. It simply does it the way you breathe without thinking, the way your heart beats without instruction. Trust in that kind of deep, built-in knowledge tonight. Your body knows how to rest. Let it do what it knows. The way a cat walks is different from most animals. Most four-legged creatures walk with a diagonal gait, moving the front leg on one side at the same time as the hind leg on the other side. But cats, when walking at a leisurely pace, use what's called a pacing gait. They move both legs on the same side of the body together, left front and left hind, then right front and right hind. This creates a distinctive, flowing movement. If you've ever watched a cat walk toward you and noticed something almost liquid in its motion, this is part of the reason why. The pacing gait produces less up and down movement than a diagonal gait, making the cat's progress smooth and level. When a cat speeds up, however, the gait changes. At a trot or run, cats switch to the more common diagonal pattern, which provides better stability at higher speeds. And at a full sprint, all four legs work in complex coordination, with moments when all 4 feet are off the ground at once. But at a walk, at that slow, confident, unhurried pace that cats use when they're simply moving from one comfortable spot to another, it is the pacing gait you'll see. Same side legs moving together, body flowing forward like water over smooth stones. Picture a cat walking across a room now, slowly, peacefully, with nowhere particular to be. That smooth, gliding motion, that perfect, quiet confidence. Let yourself feel that same unhurried peace. There is nowhere you need to go tonight, nowhere you need to be. Simply rest and let time move around you. Here is a curious thing about cats. They hardly sweat at all. Unlike humans, who have sweat glands distributed across most of our skin, cats can only sweat through the pads of their paws. Those soft, cushioned pads that leave such delicate prints are one of the only places where cats can release moisture. This might seem like a limitation, but it actually serves an important purpose. During high-speed chases, a small amount of sweat on the paw pads can improve grip, preventing slips on smooth surfaces. It's like the natural equivalent of the textured grip on athletic shoes. Just enough moisture to enhance traction without making things slippery. You might notice this if you've ever taken your cat to the vet on a warm day. Small, damp paw prints appearing on the examination table. It's a sign of mild stress, the sweat glands in the paws activating in response to the unfamiliar environment. But under normal circumstances, those paw pads stay dry and soft, perfectly designed for silent walking and secure landing. Take a moment now to notice your own hands. Let them rest wherever they are, palms up or down, fingers relaxed. You don't need to do anything with them. Simply let them be, as soft and still as a cat's paw at rest. Since cats cannot sweat to cool themselves, they have developed other ways to regulate their temperature. The paws and ears of a cat are particularly efficient at radiating heat. These areas have a high surface area to volume ratio and are well supplied with blood vessels close to the skin. When a cat gets too warm, blood flow to these areas increases, allowing excess heat to dissipate into the surrounding air. This is why you might notice a cat's ears feeling warmer after play or exercise. The body is using them as radiators, releasing built-up heat to prevent overheating. Cats also seek out cool surfaces when they're warm: tile floors, shaded corners, the cool porcelain of a bathtub. And they pant occasionally, though not as efficiently as dogs do. But primarily, those paws and ears do the work, quietly and efficiently managing the cat's internal temperature. Imagine, for a moment, being a cat on a warm afternoon. You find a patch of cool floor and stretch out on it, letting the chill seep into your fur. Your ears and paws release the day's warmth into the air. You are perfectly comfortable, perfectly at peace, your body knowing exactly what it needs. Let yourself find that same comfort now. Adjust if you need to, move a blanket, shift your position, find the temperature that feels just right. Your body, like the cat's, knows what it needs. Trust it. We have explored the remarkable architecture of the cat, the bones and muscles, the reflexes and gaits, the countless small perfections that allow these creatures to move through the world with such effortless grace. 250 bones working in harmony, a spine that bends like water, a tail that balances with precision, shoulders that float, paws that grip, a brain that coordinates it all without conscious thought. Every detail serves a purpose. Every element has been refined over millions of years, and the result is an animal that moves like poetry, that walks like silence, that leaps like joy given form. Let the image of a cat in motion rest in your mind now. Not doing anything in particular, just moving, just being, just existing in that state of perfect unconscious grace. And let yourself rest in your own body, imperfect and wonderful as it is. You are held by gravity, supported by the earth, carried by breath. There is more to discover, more to learn, more gentle journeys ahead. But for now, simply be. The night is quiet, the world is still, and you are exactly where you need to be. Perhaps you have been sleeping, and these words are reaching you in that soft, hazy place between dreams. Perhaps you have been resting with your eyes closed, simply listening, letting the sounds wash over you like gentle waves. Either way, you are welcome here. Take a slow breath now. Feel your chest rise, hold for just a moment, and then release. Let the exhale carry away anything you don't need. Any thoughts, any tension, any lingering restlessness. In this part of our journey, we will explore how cats experience the world. Their senses are extraordinary, finely tuned instruments that perceive things far beyond our human awareness. To a cat, the world is richer, deeper, more detailed than we can easily imagine. So let yourself drift now as we step into that world of heightened sensation. Let's discover what it might be like to see, to smell, to hear, to feel as a cat does. Have you ever seen a cat's eyes glow in the darkness? Perhaps caught in the beam of a flashlight or reflecting the faint light of a distant street lamp. Those eyes shine back at you, luminous, almost otherworldly. And for a moment, the cat seems like a creature from another realm entirely. This glow has a name. It is called the tapetum lucidum, which is Latin for bright tapestry, and it is one of the most elegant adaptations in all of nature. Behind the retina of a cat's eye lies a special layer of reflective cells. When light enters the eye, it passes through the retina once, stimulating the photoreceptors that allow the cat to see. But instead of being absorbed and lost, that light bounces off the tapetum lucidum and passes through the retina a second time, effectively doubling the amount of light available for vision. The result is extraordinary. In low-light conditions, cats can see up to 6 times better than humans. What appears to us as impenetrable darkness is, to a cat, merely dim. They move through the night with confidence, navigating by light we cannot even perceive. This is why cats are such effective nocturnal hunters. While their prey stumbles in the darkness, the cat sees clearly. Every movement, every shadow, every subtle shift is visible to those glowing eyes. Imagine for a moment what the world would look like through such eyes. The night transformed from a curtain of black into a landscape of soft grays and silvers, shapes emerging from shadows, movement visible where we would see nothing at all. Let your own eyes rest now, closed and peaceful. You don't need to see anything tonight. Let the darkness be soft and welcoming, a comfortable blanket rather than an absence of light. Look into a cat's eyes during the day, and you will notice something distinctive. Unlike human pupils, which are round, a cat's pupils are vertical slits. In bright light, they narrow to thin lines. In darkness, they expand into large, nearly circular pools. This range of adjustment is far greater than our own eyes can achieve. But the vertical shape serves another purpose beyond light control. It provides cats with exceptional depth perception, particularly for judging short distances, exactly the kind of precision needed for pouncing on prey. When a cat prepares to strike, it must calculate the distance to its target with extreme accuracy. A miscalculation of even a few inches could mean the difference between a successful catch and a missed opportunity. Those vertical pupils help make such precision possible, working with the brain to create a detailed three-dimensional map of the immediate environment. Scientists believe that vertical pupils are particularly common in ambush predators, animals that need to strike quickly and accurately from a stationary position. Cats are the perfect example of this hunting style. They watch, they wait, they calculate, and then they move with speed and certainty, closing the distance in a single explosive motion. There is something meditative about this kind of patience. The cat does not rush. It observes, it measures, it waits for exactly the right moment. And when that moment comes, it acts without hesitation. Let yourself feel that same patience now. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to figure out. Simply rest and let the right moments find you when they're ready. Behind those remarkable eyes lies a brain built for processing what they see. The visual cortex of a cat, the part of the brain dedicated to interpreting visual information, is extraordinarily dense. Scientists have measured approximately 51,400 neurons packed into every cubic millimeter of this tissue. This density allows for incredibly detailed visual processing. Every flicker of movement, every subtle change in light and shadow is captured and analyzed with remarkable precision. The cat's brain is essentially a high-resolution processor, taking in vast amounts of visual data and making sense of it all in real time. This is part of what makes cats such effective hunters. They don't just see their prey, they track it, predict its movement, anticipate where it will be in the next fraction of a second. All of this happens automatically, below the level of conscious thought, processed by that dense network of neurons working together in perfect coordination. The world, as a cat sees it, is a constantly updating stream of information. Movement here, stillness there, a shadow shifting, a leaf falling, a mouse twitching in the grass. All of it registered, all of it analyzed, all of it feeding into the cat's understanding of its environment. Let that image rest in your mind now, not as something to analyze, but simply as something to appreciate. The intricate machinery of perception, working quietly and perfectly, moment after moment. And let your own mind grow quiet now. Let the processing slow down. There is nothing you need to track or analyze tonight. Simply rest and let stillness find you. Now we move from sight to smell, and the numbers become almost impossible to grasp. Humans have approximately 5 million scent receptors in our noses. This seems like a large number, and it is enough to detect thousands of different odors, to recognize the smell of rain on pavement or bread baking in an oven. But cats have 200 million. Try to imagine what that means. 40 times as many receptors, each one capable of detecting molecular traces so faint they would be completely invisible to us. The world of scent, for a cat, is not a background sensation. It is a primary source of information, as rich and detailed as vision is for us. When a cat sniffs the air, it is reading a story. Who has passed this way, and how long ago? Is there food nearby, and if so, what kind? Are there other cats in the area, and what is their status, their health, their mood? All of this information is encoded in scent, and cats are fluent in reading it. This is why cats spend so much time sniffing new objects, new people, the corners of rooms, the edges of furniture. They are not merely curious. They are gathering data, building a scent map of their world that is as detailed as any visual image. Imagine for a moment experiencing the world this way. Every breath filled with layers of information. Every room telling its own invisible story. A rich, complex tapestry of scent that paints a picture beyond what eyes could ever see. Breathe slowly now. Notice the air entering your nose, carrying whatever subtle scents surround you. You don't need to analyze them. Simply notice, and then let the breath continue, slow and steady and calm. Given how important smell is to cats, it should come as no surprise that their brains are organized accordingly. In the human brain, large portions of the frontal areas are dedicated to language, to processing words, constructing sentences, understanding meaning. We are verbal creatures, and our brains reflect this priority. In cats, however, the same regions are dominated by olfactory processing. Where we have language centers, they have scent centers. The architecture of their brains reveals what matters most to them. Not words, but smells. This is a profound difference in how we experience the world. For us, reality is often filtered through language. We name things, describe things, think about things in words. But for a cat, reality is filtered through scent. They experience the world directly, viscerally, without the intermediary of symbolic thought. There is something almost enviable about this kind of immediacy. No internal monologue, no endless chatter of words, just pure, direct experience. The smell of grass after rain, the scent of a familiar human returning home, the chemical signature of prey hidden in the brush. As you rest now, see if you can quiet your own internal language just for a moment. Let the thoughts slow down. Let the words fade. Experience this moment not through description, but simply through sensation. The weight of your body, the temperature of the air, the gentle rhythm of your breath. No words needed, just being. Sometimes you may see a cat do something peculiar. It will sniff something, a spot on the floor, a piece of clothing, the air itself, and then pause. Its upper lip curls back, its mouth opens slightly, and its face takes on an expression that looks almost like a grimace. It might hold this pose for several seconds before relaxing. This is called the flamen response, and it is not a sign of disgust, as the expression might suggest. It is actually a form of enhanced scent analysis. Behind the upper teeth, cats have a specialized organ called Jacobson's organ or the vomeronasal organ. This structure is designed specifically to detect pheromones, chemical signals that carry social and reproductive information from other cats. When a cat curls its lip in that distinctive way, it is directing air toward this organ, allowing for deeper analysis of complex chemical signals. It is, in essence, taking a closer look, or rather, a closer smell at something of particular interest. The flamen response is most commonly seen when cats encounter the scent of other cats, particularly in contexts related to territory or mating. But they may also display it when encountering unusual or intriguing smells of any kind. Picture this now. A cat in a garden, head lifted, lips curled, eyes half closed in concentration. It is reading the invisible messages left by others, decoding secrets written in scent. There is something almost mystical about it, a connection to a hidden world we cannot access. Let your own face relax now. Let your jaw soften, your lips part slightly, your forehead smooth. There is nothing you need to analyze or decode tonight. Simply rest. Now we turn to hearing and to those remarkable ears. A cat's ears are not merely passive receivers of sound. They are precision instruments capable of movement and adjustment that our own ears cannot match. Each of a cat's ears contains over 20 individual muscles. These muscles allow the ears to rotate up to 180 degrees, swiveling independently of each other to pinpoint the source of a sound. Watch a cat listening sometime, and you will see these muscles at work. A sound from the left, and the left ear swivels toward it. A rustle from behind, and both ears rotate backward without the cat's head moving at all. Each ear operates like a satellite dish, tuning itself for optimal reception. This ability is essential for hunting. In the wild, a cat must be able to locate prey by sound alone, often before it ever comes into view. The rustle of a mouse in the grass, the flutter of a bird's wings. These tiny sounds are captured by those mobile ears and translated into precise location data. But even in the peaceful setting of a home, a cat's ears are constantly at work. They track the sounds of the household, footsteps, voices, the opening of a cabinet, the distant hum of traffic. They monitor the environment, always alert, even when the cat appears to be sleeping. Imagine having such hearing. Every sound distinct, every direction identifiable. The world alive with layers of auditory information. And now, let that imagined sharpness fade into softness. Let the sounds around you become distant and unimportant. Let your awareness of them grow dim as you sink deeper into rest. This network is a marvel of biological engineering. Electrical signals travel along these nerves at remarkable speeds, allowing for near-instantaneous processing of sensory information. When a cat hears a sound and turns toward it, when it smells something interesting and investigates, when it sees movement and pounces, all of this is made possible by these 12 pairs of nerves working in perfect coordination. There is something reassuring about this underlying order. Beneath the apparent simplicity of a cat's behavior lies an extraordinarily complex system, refined over millions of years, operating flawlessly moment after moment. Your own body has the same 12 pairs of cranial nerves, performing the same essential functions. Right now, they are carrying the sensation of comfort to your brain, the awareness of safety, the signals that tell you it is okay to rest. Trust in that system. Let it do its work while you simply rest. When we think of whiskers, we typically picture them on a cat's face. Those long, elegant bristles extending from either side of the muzzle. And indeed, facial whiskers are remarkable organs, sensitive to the slightest touch or change in air pressure. But cats have whiskers elsewhere too. On the back of their front legs, just above the paws, cats have a cluster of specialized hairs called carpal whiskers. These are shorter than facial whiskers but serve a similar purpose. They detect vibrations and movement in the immediate environment. The carpal whiskers are particularly useful when a cat has caught prey. Once the prey is in the cat's grasp, it is too close for the eyes to focus on clearly. The carpal whiskers take over, providing detailed tactile information about the prey's position and movement. Think about this the next time you see a cat holding something between its front paws. Those whiskers are at work, reading the object through touch, providing a level of sensory detail that vision alone cannot match. It is a small detail, easily overlooked, but it speaks to the thoroughness of the cat's design. No sense is relied upon alone. Each works in concert with the others, creating a complete and detailed picture of the world. Let your own hands rest now wherever they are. Feel the surface beneath them or the fabric touching them, or simply the air around them. You don't need whiskers to appreciate the sensation of stillness, of comfort, of rest. Finally, let us consider the skin itself. Beneath a cat's fur, embedded within the skin, are specialized structures that enhance touch sensitivity. These are called tylotric hairs, and they function as a kind of distributed sensory network across the body. Unlike regular fur, which provides insulation and protection, these embedded bristles are connected to sensitive nerve endings. They detect pressure, movement, and changes in the cat's immediate environment. When something brushes against a cat's coat, these bristles register the contact and send signals to the brain. This means that a cat's entire body is, in a sense, one large sensory organ. Every part of the skin is capable of gathering information about the world. The cat does not merely see, hear, and smell its environment. It feels it, constantly and completely. This heightened sensitivity may explain why some cats are particular about how and where they are touched. They are not being difficult. They are simply experiencing touch more intensely than we do. A stroke that feels gentle to us might feel quite strong to them. Imagine having such sensitivity. Every breeze felt distinctly. Every texture registered precisely. The world experienced not just through the specialized senses, but through the entire surface of the body. And now, let yourself sink into the surface beneath you. Feel the contact points where your body meets the bed or the couch or wherever you are resting. Let that contact feel supportive, secure, comfortable. You are held by the world, just as the cat is. You are safe and you can rest. Eyes that see in the darkness. A nose that reads invisible stories. Ears that swivel toward the faintest sound. Whiskers and bristles that feel the world in ways we can barely imagine. cats inhabit a world richer than ours. Fuller, more detailed, more alive with information. And yet, despite this wealth of sensation, they spend much of their time in peaceful stillness. They rest, they sleep, they conserve their energy for when it is truly needed. There is wisdom in this balance, to be capable of so much, and yet to choose rest when rest is appropriate. You too can make this choice tonight. Whatever your senses bring you, whatever the world offers, you can choose stillness. You can choose peace. The journey continues. There is more to discover about these remarkable creatures. But for now, let yourself simply be. Breathe slowly, rest deeply, and let the night carry you gently forward. Let yourself settle a little deeper now. If you found a comfortable position, stay there. If you need to adjust, do so slowly, and then let stillness return. We have explored the cat's body, its bones and muscles, its senses and reflexes. Now we turn inward to something more mysterious. We're going to explore the mind of the cat, the brain that processes all that sensory information, that makes decisions, that dreams and remembers and feels. This is quieter territory, less visible, more subtle, but no less remarkable. So breathe slowly, and let's journey together into the thinking mind of the cat. At the center of every cat's experience lies the cerebrum. This is the largest part of the brain, the wrinkled mass that fills most of the skull. And it is here that consciousness resides, the awareness of being, the sense of self that makes a cat more than just a collection of reflexes. The cerebrum handles the things we might consider most cat-like about a cat. Decision-making, for instance. When a cat pauses at the edge of a table, calculating whether to jump, it is the cerebrum that weighs the options. When a cat chooses to approach a new person or hang back and observe, that choice emerges from this part of the brain. Memory lives here too. The cerebrum stores the experiences that shape a cat's understanding of the world, the layout of its home, the sound of a particular voice, the location of the food bowl, the warmth of a favorite sunbeam, the face of a beloved companion. We cannot know exactly what it feels like to be a cat, to experience consciousness through that particular arrangement of neurons. But we can recognize that something is happening behind those watchful eyes. A mind is at work, perceiving, evaluating, remembering. There is something comforting in this thought, that the cats who share our lives are not merely reacting to stimuli, but genuinely experiencing the world. That when they look at us, something within them recognizes us, remembers us, perhaps even values us. Let that thought settle gently over you now. A quiet recognition of the minds we share our world with. The outer layer of the cerebrum is called the cerebral cortex, and it is here that the real processing power resides. A cat's cerebral cortex contains somewhere between 250 million and 300 million neurons. Each of these neurons is a tiny biological computer capable of receiving signals, processing information, and sending messages to other neurons. 300 million is a difficult number to truly grasp. Imagine a city of 300 million inhabitants, each one connected to thousands of neighbors, all communicating constantly, all working together toward common goals. That is something like what exists within the skull of every cat. These neurons allow for complex processing, the integration of sensory information, the coordination of movement, the formation of memories, the generation of responses. Every purr, every pounce, every slow blink of affection emerges from this network of cells working in concert. And yet, for all its complexity, the cat's brain operates with remarkable efficiency. It consumes relatively little energy for its capabilities. It runs continuously throughout the cat's life, maintaining awareness, processing the world, never truly shutting down. There is elegance in such efficient design. Maximum capability with minimal waste. A system refined over millions of years to do exactly what it needs to do, and nothing more. Let your own mind grow quiet now, if it will. All those billions of neurons in your own brain, let them rest. Let the processing slow. You don't need to think about anything in particular. Simply be. If you could see a cat's brain, you would notice that its surface is not smooth. It is folded, wrinkled, covered in ridges and valleys that give it a complex, textured appearance. Scientists call this a gyrencephalic brain, from the Greek words for circle and head, and it represents an important evolutionary development. The folds serve a purpose. They dramatically increase the surface area of the cerebral cortex without requiring a larger skull. More surface area means more neurons, and more neurons mean greater cognitive capacity. It is a clever solution to a spatial problem: how to fit more processing power into a limited space. Not all animals have gyrencephalic brains. Smaller mammals like mice and rats have smooth brains, adequate for their needs but less powerful. The folded brain of the cat places it in more distinguished cognitive company. Those folds and ridges are not random. They form in consistent patterns, shaped by genetics and development, creating a landscape as distinctive as any mountain range. And within those valleys and peaks, the complex work of thought and sensation takes place. Picture this now. A small, folded organ, pinkish gray, no larger than a golf ball, and within it an entire world. A complete experience of being alive. Everything the cat sees, feels, remembers, wants, all contained in those delicate folds. There is something almost miraculous about it. So much in so small a space. Here is an interesting difference between cats and humans. In our brains, the frontal lobes are enormous, taking up a substantial portion of the total brain volume. These are the regions associated with planning, complex reasoning, social behavior, and the kind of abstract thinking that allows us to imagine the future and reflect on the past. In cats, the frontal lobes are much smaller, comprising only about 3 to 3.5% of the total brain. This is not a flaw or a limitation. It simply reflects different priorities. Cats do not need to plan for next week or worry about abstract social dynamics. They live in a more immediate world, responding to what is happening now rather than constructing elaborate models of what might happen later. Their brains prioritize instinct over deliberation, reaction over reflection. This is why cats are such efficient hunters. They don't overthink. They don't second guess. When the moment is right, they act swiftly, decisively, without the hesitation that complex reasoning might introduce. There is something almost liberating about this way of being. No endless rumination, no anxious planning, no regret about the past or worry about the future. Just this moment, this sensation, this opportunity. As you rest tonight, perhaps you can borrow a little of this feline wisdom. Let the planning part of your mind grow quiet. Let the worries about tomorrow fade. This moment is enough. This breath is enough. This rest is enough. Deep within the cat's brain lies a structure called the caudate nucleus. This small but important region is involved in some of the experiences we might consider most meaningful: learning, reward, and social bonding. When a cat learns something new, the sound of a treat bag, the location of a hidden toy, the routine of its household, the caudate nucleus is at work, helping to encode these patterns and associate them with outcomes. When a cat experiences pleasure, from food, from play, from affection, this region lights up with activity. Most intriguingly, the caudate nucleus appears to be involved in social attachment. When a cat forms a bond with a human or another animal, this structure helps to create and maintain that connection. This is significant because it suggests that feline affection is not merely learned behavior or conditioned response. It has a neurological foundation. There is a part of the cat's brain dedicated to caring about others, to finding reward in connection, to feeling something like what we might call love. When your cat seeks you out, curls up beside you, purrs in your presence, these are not random actions. They emerge from deep structures in the brain, from ancient circuits that evolved to create bonds between creatures. Let yourself feel connected now, to the bed beneath you, to the room around you, to the quiet night. You are not alone. You are part of a world that holds you just as you hold it. Another deep brain structure deserves our attention: the amygdala. This small, almond-shaped region is the cat's emotional processing center. It is here that fear and anxiety are generated, where the fight or flight response begins, where the brain decides whether something is safe or dangerous. When a cat encounters a sudden loud noise, or an unfamiliar animal, or any unexpected threat, the amygdala responds instantly. It triggers a cascade of reactions: adrenaline release, heightened alertness, preparation for action, all before the conscious mind has fully registered what is happening. This rapid response system has kept cats alive for millions of years. In the wild, there is no time to carefully analyze whether that shadow might be a predator. The amygdala assumes the worst and reacts accordingly, erring on the side of survival. But the amygdala also processes positive emotions: the contentment of a safe, warm resting place, the pleasure of gentle touch, the satisfaction of a successful hunt. These feelings, too, pass through this small structure, coloring the cat's experience with emotional tone. Every creature with an amygdala, and that includes you, carries within them this ancient emotional system. Right now, your own amygdala can register that you are safe, that there is no threat, that you can rest without vigilance. Let that message spread through your body now. Safety, calm, peace, the all-clear signal that allows true rest. The brain is not a fixed structure. It changes. Cats, like humans, exhibit what scientists call neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to reorganize itself, to form new connections, to adapt and learn throughout life. When a cat has a new experience, its brain responds. New pathways are formed. Existing connections are strengthened or weakened. The very structure of the brain shifts to accommodate new information. This is how learning happens. When a kitten discovers that a particular sound means food is coming, neuroplastic changes encode that association. When an adult cat adapts to a new home, neuroplasticity helps it build a new mental map of its environment. Even older cats retain this capacity, though it may slow with age. The brain never stops being capable of change. There is always potential for new learning, new connections, new ways of understanding the world. This is a hopeful thought. It means that the mind is not fixed in stone. Whatever has been learned can be built upon. Whatever patterns exist can be modified. The brain is always, in some quiet way, becoming. You, too, carry this capacity for change. Whatever today has been, tomorrow can be different. The brain you rest with tonight will be subtly different by morning, shaped by the dreams and rest and quiet processing of sleep. Finally, consider the shape of the cat's brain itself. Unlike the more rounded brains of some mammals, the cat's brain is elongated, stretched along the axis from front to back. This shape is not accidental. It reflects the cat's evolutionary priorities. An elongated brain orientation is well suited to the demands of agile predation. It allows for efficient connections between the sensory processing regions at the back of the brain and the motor control regions toward the front. Information about prey, its location, its movement, its speed, can travel quickly to the systems that coordinate the pounce. This streamlined architecture supports the split-second timing that hunting requires. There is no room for delay when a mouse is about to escape or a bird is about to take flight. The brain must process and respond with minimal latency. The shape of the brain, then, is one more element of the cat's overall design for predation. Even the organ of thought is optimized for the hunt, sleek, efficient, purpose-built. And yet, this same brain supports all the gentler aspects of a cat's life. The purring, the slow blinks, the peaceful sleep in a warm lap, the fierce and the tender, housed together in that elongated form. And here we rest, having glimpsed the inner workings of the feline mind. We have seen the cerebrum, where consciousness and memory reside. We have counted the millions of neurons that process the cat's experience. We have traced the folds that increase cognitive power and noted the small frontal lobes that keep the cat grounded in the present. We have found the caudate nucleus, where bonds are formed and rewards are felt. We have met the amygdala, guardian of safety and vessel of emotion. We have recognized the neuroplasticity that allows for lifelong learning and appreciated the elongated shape that serves the hunter's needs. The mind of a cat is not so different from our own in some ways, simpler in certain respects, more efficient in others, but recognizable, familiar, a consciousness experiencing the world just as we do. Let your own consciousness grow soft now. Let thought dissolve into rest. The brain that has carried you through this day is ready for the quiet work of sleep, the processing, the consolidating, the gentle maintenance that happens when we let go. There is more to discover, but for now, simply rest. Perhaps you have been drifting, floating on the edge of sleep. Perhaps you have been listening quietly, letting the words flow past you like a gentle stream. However you find yourself in this moment, you are welcome here. Take a breath now, a slow one. Let it fill you completely, and then release it with a soft sigh. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, only this moment and the quiet comfort of rest. In this part of our journey, we will explore something fundamental: how cats nourish themselves, what they eat, how they digest it, and the remarkable ways their bodies have adapted to a very specific way of living. It is a story of elegant simplicity, of a creature that knows exactly what it needs. We touched on this earlier in our journey, but it bears returning to now in greater depth. Cats are obligate carnivores. This means they must eat meat to survive. Not prefer it, not enjoy it, require it. Their bodies cannot function without the nutrients found in animal flesh. One of the most important of these nutrients is taurine, an amino acid essential for heart function, vision, and reproduction. Most animals can manufacture taurine within their own bodies, synthesizing it from other compounds. But cats cannot. They must obtain it directly from their food, and the only reliable source is meat. This is not a choice cats made. It is simply how their bodies evolved. Over millions of years, living as hunters, eating prey, their systems lost the ability to produce certain essential compounds. Why maintain a complex metabolic pathway when your diet always provides what you need? And so cats became dependent on the hunt. Their bodies streamlined, specialized, optimized for a single dietary strategy. They gave up flexibility in exchange for efficiency. There is something pure about this arrangement. No ambiguity, no confusion about what to eat. Meat provides everything a cat needs. The body knows what it requires, and it pursues that requirement with single-minded focus. Let yourself appreciate that kind of clarity now. Your own body knows what it needs too. Right now, it needs rest, and you are giving it exactly that. The digestive system of a cat is beautifully adapted to its carnivorous diet. Compared to omnivores or herbivores, cats have a remarkably short small intestine. Where plant eaters need long, winding digestive tracts to slowly extract nutrients from fibrous vegetation, cats need only a quick, efficient pathway. Meat is easy to digest. It is rich in protein, dense with nutrients, and requires relatively little processing. The cat's short intestine is perfectly suited to this task, rapidly breaking down animal tissue and absorbing its valuable components. A meal passes through a cat's digestive system much faster than it would through yours. What might take a human a day or more to fully process can move through a cat in a matter of hours. This efficiency is one more adaptation for the hunting life. Less energy spent on digestion means more energy available for the next hunt. Picture the elegance of this system. Food enters, is swiftly processed, and the nutrients are absorbed with minimal waste of time or energy. Everything about the cat's digestion is streamlined, purposeful, efficient. There is no struggle in this process, no effort. The body simply does what it was designed to do, quietly and perfectly, without conscious direction. Let your own body work quietly now. Your heart beating, your lungs breathing, your systems maintaining themselves without any effort from you. Trust in that quiet efficiency as you rest. Open a cat's mouth, gently in your imagination, and you will see teeth unlike your own. There are no flat grinding molars like the ones at the back of your mouth. Instead, a cat's back teeth are sharp and pointed, designed for a single purpose: slicing. These are the carnassial teeth, the defining feature of true carnivores. They work like scissors, shearing through flesh and sinew with clean, efficient cuts. When a cat eats, it does not chew the way we do, grinding food into paste. It slices, swallows, and moves on. This is why cats often seem to eat so quickly. They are not savoring or processing. They are simply cutting their food into manageable pieces and consuming it as efficiently as possible. The carnassial teeth have remained virtually unchanged for tens of millions of years. They are one of the oldest and most successful innovations in the carnivore family, a design so effective that evolution saw no need to improve upon it. When you watch a cat eat, you are watching a process refined over geological time. Each bite is the product of countless generations, each swallow the result of millions of years of optimization. There is something satisfying in such constancy. Some things do not need to change. Some designs are simply right. Here is a surprising fact. A cat's stomach is remarkably small. It can hold only about 2 to 3 teaspoons of food at a time. That is not very much, barely a mouthful by human standards. This explains why cats prefer to eat many small meals throughout the day rather than a few large ones. Their stomachs simply cannot accommodate large volumes at once. In the wild, this pattern matches the reality of hunting. Small prey, caught frequently, eaten quickly. A mouse, after all, is not a large meal. Neither is a bird or a lizard. The cat's stomach evolved to handle these small portions, processing each one rapidly before the next becomes available. Domestic cats retain this preference, even when food is always available. They nibble, walk away, return, nibble again. This is not pickiness or indecision. It is simply how their bodies are designed to eat. There is something gentle about this approach to nourishment. No gorging, no excess, just small, regular amounts, taken as needed, leaving room for rest between meals. Perhaps there is wisdom here for us as well. Not everything needs to be consumed at once. Sometimes small and steady is enough. Beyond protein, cats require specific fats to survive. One of the most important is arachidonic acid, a fatty acid essential for many bodily functions. It plays a role in skin health, in kidney function, in reproductive processes, and in the body's response to injury and inflammation. Most mammals can synthesize arachidonic acid from other fats in their diet, but cats, once again, cannot. They must obtain it directly from animal sources, from the fat of their prey. This is another consequence of their obligate carnivore status. Living on a diet of pure meat, their bodies never needed to develop the metabolic pathways for converting plant-based fats into the compounds they require. Why bother when every meal provides exactly what is needed? And so the requirement remains. Arachidonic acid must come from animal fat. Without it, a cat's health would slowly deteriorate. This dependency binds cats to their prey in an intimate way. They are not merely eating for calories. They are extracting specific, essential compounds that keep their bodies functioning. Each hunt is not just about hunger, it is about survival at the molecular level. Cats have an unusual relationship with vitamin A. While many animals must carefully regulate their intake of this nutrient, since too much can be toxic, cats have evolved a remarkable tolerance. They can store excess vitamin A in their livers, building up reserves far beyond what other species could safely maintain. This adaptation makes sense when you consider the cat's diet. The liver of prey animals is rich in vitamin A. A hunting cat consuming whole prey would regularly ingest large amounts of this vitamin. Rather than struggle to limit absorption, cats simply evolved the capacity to store the excess. Those reserves serve as a buffer against lean times. If hunting is poor for a while, the stored vitamin A helps maintain essential functions until the next successful catch. It is a kind of biological savings account. Deposits made when food is plentiful, withdrawals made when food is scarce. The body plans ahead, even without conscious intention. There is reassurance in this kind of built-in resilience. The body knows how to prepare for uncertainty. It stores what it needs, releases what it must, and maintains balance through changing circumstances. You, too, have reserves of strength and resilience. Let yourself draw on them tonight. Let rest replenish what the day has taken. Here is something that might surprise you. Given all the images we've seen of cats lapping at saucers of milk, most adult cats cannot properly digest dairy. Kittens, like all mammals, produce an enzyme called lactase, which breaks down the lactose in their mother's milk. But as cats mature, they typically stop producing this enzyme. Their bodies no longer expect to encounter milk, and so they lose the ability to process it. When an adult cat drinks milk, the undigested lactose can cause digestive upset, discomfort, bloating, and other unpleasant symptoms. The image of a cat happily drinking cream is more myth than reality. This is not a flaw or a problem. It is simply the natural course of development. Milk is for infants. Adult cats in the wild would never encounter it. Their bodies adapted accordingly. It is a small reminder that what seems natural or traditional is not always correct. The body has its own wisdom, its own requirements, its own truths. Learning what those are for cats, for ourselves, is part of understanding how to truly nourish the creatures we care for. And now, a small mystery. Cats carry within their genetic code the blueprint for a receptor that should allow them to taste sweetness. The gene is there, present in their DNA just as it is in ours. But it doesn't work. A mutation long ago rendered this gene inactive. And so, while cats possess the genetic potential for tasting sweet things, they cannot actually detect sweetness at all. Sugar, honey, fruit, these hold no appeal for a cat, not because they dislike them, but because they simply cannot perceive them. This makes perfect sense for an obligate carnivore. Sweetness in nature typically signals the presence of carbohydrates, sugars, and starches found in plants and fruits. For an animal that eats only meat, there is no benefit to detecting these flavors. The sense simply isn't needed, and so it faded away, a capability abandoned because it served no purpose. There is something almost poetic about this, a hidden potential present but unexpressed, a doorway in the genetic code that leads nowhere. The cat moves through a world where sweetness exists, but it passes unseen, unnoticed, like a color the eyes cannot perceive. They are creatures of singular focus. Meat provides what they need: protein and taurine, arachidonic acid and vitamin A. Their bodies are designed to process this food quickly and efficiently, wasting nothing, requiring nothing more. No sweetness, no dairy, no complex decisions about diet. Just the clarity of instinct, refined over millions of years. There is peace in such simplicity, in knowing what you need and pursuing it without confusion, in trusting the body to know its own requirements. Let yourself sink into that kind of trust now. Your body knows how to rest. Your breath knows how to flow. Your heart knows how to beat. You need to do nothing but let it happen. Rest now. The journey continues, but there is no hurry. All the time in the world stretches out before you, soft and dark and welcoming. Sleep if you wish. Cats will be here. You have come so far on this journey, through ancient forests and frozen tundras, through the architecture of bones and the mystery of the mind. And still, there is more to discover. Still, there are quiet wonders waiting to be revealed. Let yourself settle now. Feel the weight of your body fully supported. Notice how the pillow cradles your head, how the blankets hold you softly. You are safe here. You are cared for. In this part of our journey, we will explore how cats care for themselves, the rituals of grooming, the quiet defenses that protect them from harm. It is a story of devotion, the kind of patient, persistent attention that keeps a body healthy and whole. Breathe slowly. Let your shoulders drop, and let's begin. If you have ever lived with a cat, you have watched them groom. The slow, deliberate licking, the careful attention to each paw, each leg, each stretch of fur. The pauses to nibble at a spot, to smooth a ruffled patch, to clean behind the ears with a moistened paw. Cats spend up to half of their waking lives engaged in this ritual. Consider what that means. Of all the hours a cat is awake, not sleeping, not resting, but actively conscious, roughly half of that time is devoted to the care of their own bodies. This might seem excessive to us. We shower, we dress, and we move on with our days. But for a cat, grooming is not merely about cleanliness. It is about survival. In the wild, a cat that smells of itself is a cat that can be detected by predators. It is a cat that can be scented by prey before it gets close enough to strike. Grooming removes odors, keeping the cat invisible in the world of scent. Grooming also regulates temperature, spreading natural oils through the coat, removing loose fur that might cause overheating. It stimulates blood flow to the skin. It removes parasites before they can take hold. And beyond all these practical functions, grooming is calming. The repetitive motion soothes the nervous system. Cats often groom when they are stressed or uncertain, using the familiar ritual to restore a sense of order. Picture a cat now, curled in a warm spot, methodically working through its grooming routine. There is no hurry, no urgency, just patient, thorough attention to the body's needs. Let yourself feel that same patience now. Your body, too, deserves care and attention. Right now, you are giving it the rest it needs. That is its own form of grooming, a way of caring for yourself. The tool that makes all this grooming possible is the cat's tongue. Run your finger across a cat's tongue if you ever have the opportunity, and you will notice something immediately. It is rough, almost like sandpaper, covered in tiny backward-facing spines. These spines are called papillae, and they are made of keratin, the same material that forms fingernails and claws. Each papilla is shaped like a tiny hook, curved toward the back of the throat. When a cat licks its fur, these papillae work like a comb, pulling through the coat, removing loose hair and debris. They reach down to the skin, distributing oils evenly, keeping the fur clean and properly aligned. But the papillae serve another purpose as well. In the wild, when a cat catches prey, these rough spines help scrape every last bit of meat from the bone. Nothing is wasted. The tongue extracts every available calorie, leaving the skeleton clean. It is a dual-purpose tool, grooming brush, and feeding implement combined. One surface, two essential functions. The sensation of a cat's tongue is distinctive. If a cat licks your hand, you feel that roughness, that gentle rasp against your skin. It is a sign of affection, of course. Cats groom those they care about. But it is also a reminder of the remarkable engineering hidden in that small pink tongue. Imagine those tiny hooks now, hundreds of them, all working together. Each lick of the fur is a small act of maintenance, a small investment in health and survival. Let the image rest in your mind, peaceful and unhurried. The slow, rhythmic licking, the patient attention, the quiet devotion to care. The tongue is not the only remarkable thing about a cat's grooming. The saliva itself carries healing properties. Within a cat's saliva is an enzyme called lysozyme. This compound has the ability to break down the cell walls of certain bacteria, killing them before they can cause infection. When a cat licks a wound, it is not merely cleaning the area. It is applying a natural antibacterial treatment, coating the injured tissue with lysozyme, giving the body's defenses a head start against potential invaders. This is why cats instinctively lick their injuries. It is not just comfort-seeking behavior, though it is that too. It is medicine, applied in the only way available to a creature without hands or bandages. Of course, excessive licking can cause problems. Too much attention to a wound can delay healing or introduce other issues. But in moderation, the cat's saliva genuinely helps. Lysozyme is present in human saliva too, though in different concentrations. It is one of our first lines of defense against the microbes we encounter every day. There is something comforting in knowing that the body carries its own healing compounds. That simply by existing, by functioning normally, we are constantly protecting ourselves in ways we rarely notice or appreciate. Let that knowledge settle into you now. Your body is taking care of you even as you rest. Countless small defenses are active right now, working quietly, keeping you safe. The grooming we've discussed helps maintain another crucial defense: the skin itself. A cat's skin secretes a substance called sebum, a natural oil that coats the fur and skin, keeping them supple and healthy. But sebum does more than moisturize. It contains antimicrobial compounds that actively inhibit the growth of harmful bacteria and fungi. This oily coating is like an invisible shield, constantly present, constantly protective. Every hair is coated with it. Every inch of skin is covered. When a cat grooms, it spreads the sebum evenly across its body, ensuring complete coverage. The tongue distributes the protective oil. The papillae work it through the fur, and the result is a coat that is not merely clean but actively hostile to invaders. This is passive defense, protection that requires no effort, no conscious thought. The skin simply produces what is needed, and the grooming ritual spreads it where it must go. Consider how elegant this system is. The body creates its own protection. The behavior of grooming distributes that protection. Everything works together, each element supporting the others. You are wrapped in similar protections right now. Your own skin, your own oils, your own quiet defenses. Layers of protection you never think about, working constantly, keeping you whole. Let yourself appreciate that protection now. Feel the boundary of your skin, the gentle barrier between you and the world. It holds you together, keeps you safe. It asks nothing of you but to rest. Now we move beneath the skin into the body itself, where more active defenses await. When a pathogen breaches the outer barriers, when bacteria or viruses find their way past the skin and sebum and saliva, the immune system responds. Among the first responders are cells called neutrophils. These are the most abundant white blood cells in the cat's body, and they are remarkably aggressive. When neutrophils detect an invader, they move toward it with purpose. They engulf the pathogen, surrounding it completely, drawing it inside themselves. And then they destroy it, breaking it down with powerful enzymes and toxic compounds. This process is called phagocytosis, from the Greek words for eating and cell. The neutrophil literally eats the invader, digesting it into harmless fragments. Neutrophils are short-lived but numerous. They are constantly being produced, constantly circulating, constantly ready to respond. They are the body's first line of active defense, the soldiers who arrive first at any breach. Picture them now, millions of them, flowing through the bloodstream of a sleeping cat. Alert but not anxious, ready but not restless, prepared to respond if needed, but content to circulate peacefully when all is well. Your own neutrophils are circulating right now, keeping watch while you rest. You don't need to direct them or worry about them. They know what to do. Let them work while you sleep. Behind the neutrophils come the macrophages. If neutrophils are the first responders, macrophages are the cleanup crew and the command center combined. They patrol the tissues of the body, watching for anything that doesn't belong. When a macrophage encounters a pathogen, it too engulfs and destroys it. But macrophages do something more. They process the invader and display fragments of it on their surface, like flags or signals. Other immune cells can read these signals and learn what threat has arrived. This triggers a broader immune response. The macrophage says, in effect, I have found something dangerous. Here is what it looks like. Prepare to fight. Macrophages are longer lived than neutrophils. They settle in tissues throughout the body, in the lungs, in the liver, in the spleen, and they remain there watching, waiting, ready to respond. They are also involved in healing. After an infection is cleared, macrophages help clean up the debris, removing dead cells and damaged tissue, preparing the way for repair. These are tireless guardians working in silence, never asking for recognition. They patrol and protect and heal, all without conscious direction. Imagine the quiet work happening inside a cat right now. Macrophages moving through tissues, checking, assessing, responding when needed, resting when not. Constant, gentle vigilance. And imagine the same work happening inside you. Right now, as you rest, these guardians are active. You are protected even in sleep. Behind every effective defender is a period of training. In cats, much of this training happens in a small organ called the thymus. Located in the chest, the thymus is where T lymphocytes, a crucial type of immune cell, learn to distinguish friend from foe. During kittenhood, the thymus is relatively large and highly active. Young T cells migrate there from the bone marrow, and within the thymus, they undergo a rigorous education. They learn to recognize the body's own cells and leave them alone. They learn to identify foreign invaders and mark them for destruction. T cells that fail these tests, that might attack the body's own tissues, are eliminated before they can cause harm. This training is essential. Without it, the immune system would be unable to function properly. It might attack the body itself, or it might fail to recognize genuine threats. By the time a kitten reaches adulthood, the thymus has done its work. It shrinks over time, becoming less active, but the T cells it trained continue to circulate for years, carrying the lessons they learned into every immune response. There is something tender about this image. The young body learning to protect itself. The small organ patiently teaching. The education that will last a lifetime. Every cat you see has passed through this training. Every immune response they mount draws on lessons learned in kittenhood, in that small, quiet school within the chest. Where do all these immune cells come from? The answer lies deep within the bones. Bone marrow, the soft tissue at the center of certain bones, is the birthplace of nearly all blood cells, including the immune cells we've been discussing. Here, stem cells divide and differentiate, becoming neutrophils, macrophages, lymphocytes, and more. This is one of the most remarkable tissues in the body. From a single pool of stem cells, an entire army of defenders is produced. Each type of cell follows its own developmental pathway, but all trace back to the same source. The bone marrow works constantly, producing millions of new cells every day. Old cells die, new cells are born, and the population remains stable. It is a factory that never stops, a well that never runs dry. Deep within the bones of a sleeping cat, this quiet work continues. Stem cells divide. New defenders are born. The army is replenished, night after night, without effort or awareness. You carry the same factory within your own bones. Right now, as you rest, new cells are being created. Your body is renewing itself, preparing for tomorrow, producing the defenders you will need. Let yourself feel the quiet activity deep within your bones. Not restless activity, but peaceful production. The steady work of renewal. Among the cells produced in the bone marrow are B lymphocytes, and these have a special role to play. B lymphocytes are the antibody factories of the immune system. When they encounter a pathogen, they produce proteins called antibodies, specifically shaped molecules that bind to the invader and mark it for destruction. Different antibodies serve different purposes. IgG antibodies circulate in the blood, providing long-term protection against threats the body has encountered before. IgA antibodies guard the mucous membranes, the lining of the nose, the throat, the gut, serving as sentinels at the body's entry points. Each B cell produces antibodies specific to a particular threat. When that threat appears, the B cell multiplies rapidly, flooding the system with its specialized antibodies. It is a targeted response, precise and powerful. Some B cells become memory cells, persisting in the body for years. If the same pathogen appears again, these memory cells recognize it immediately and mount a swift response. This is how immunity develops, how a body learns from past encounters and becomes better prepared for the future. The cat sleeping peacefully on a windowsill carries within it memories of every infection it has ever fought. Each memory encoded in B cells, each lesson preserved, each defense ready to be activated if needed again. There is wisdom stored in the body, not the wisdom of words or thoughts, but the wisdom of experience, written in cells and molecules. The immune system is powerful, but power must be controlled. This is where T helper cells come in. These specialized lymphocytes don't attack pathogens directly. Instead, they coordinate the immune response, signaling to other cells, amplifying or dampening the reaction as needed. When an infection is detected, T helper cells help activate B cells and other T cells, rallying the troops. But they also help calm things down once the threat has passed, preventing the immune system from overreacting or damaging healthy tissue. This balance is crucial. An immune response that is too weak fails to clear the infection. An immune response that is too strong causes inflammation and harm. The T helper cells walk this line, constantly adjusting, constantly fine-tuning. It is a delicate dance, and it happens entirely without conscious awareness. The body regulates itself, finds its own balance, maintains its own equilibrium. Think of this balance now. The forces within you that rise to meet challenges, and the forces that bring calm after the storm. Both are necessary. Both are part of health. Let yourself find that balance tonight. Whatever tensions or stresses the day has brought, let them settle now. Let the calming signals spread through your body, bringing peace. Tucked beneath the ribs on the left side of the body lies the spleen. This modest organ rarely receives much attention, but it plays a vital role in the cat's defenses. The spleen filters the blood, trapping microbes and old or damaged blood cells, removing them from circulation. As blood flows through the spleen, it passes through a network of tissue rich in immune cells. Macrophages and other defenders wait here, ready to capture anything that shouldn't be present. Bacteria, viruses, worn-out red blood cells, all are caught and processed. The spleen also serves as a reservoir for blood, releasing extra supplies when needed. And it stores immune cells, keeping reserves ready for deployment if an infection strikes. It is a quiet organ doing quiet work, filtering, cleaning, storing, preparing. Most of us never think about our spleens, and that is a sign of how well they function. Imagine the blood flowing through a sleeping cat's body, passing through the spleen, being cleaned and renewed. A constant, gentle purification happening with every heartbeat. Your own blood is flowing now, passing through your own spleen, being filtered and cleaned. It requires nothing from you but rest. Finally, let us consider the gut, that long, winding pathway where food is processed and absorbed. The gut is exposed to the outside world in ways that other organs are not. Everything a cat eats passes through it, and with that food comes a constant stream of microbes, some helpful, some neutral, some potentially harmful. To protect against threats while tolerating beneficial bacteria, the gut has its own specialized immune tissue. This is called gut-associated lymphoid tissue, or GALT. GALT samples everything that passes through the digestive tract. It analyzes food particles and microbes, distinguishing between the harmless and the dangerous. When it detects a genuine threat, it mounts a local immune response. When it detects something safe, it promotes tolerance. This is remarkably sophisticated work. The gut must be constantly vigilant without being constantly reactive. It must protect without overreacting, defend without causing damage. The majority of the body's immune tissue is actually located in and around the gut. This makes sense when you consider how much exposure the digestive tract has to the outside world. It is a border region and it is heavily guarded. Picture the peaceful work of GALT in a sleeping cat. Every meal that was eaten during the day has been processed, sampled, assessed. The guardians of the gut have done their work, and now all is quiet. Your own gut is resting now too. The work of digestion slows during sleep, and the guardians grow quiet. Peace settles over the internal landscape. And so we rest here, having explored the quiet art of self-care. We have watched the cat groom, patient and thorough, spending half its waking life in this gentle ritual. We have felt the rough tongue with its tiny hooks, spreading healing saliva and protective oils across the fur. We have descended into the body, meeting the defenders who work in silence. Neutrophils rushing to engulf invaders. Macrophages patrolling and coordinating. The thymus training young T cells in the lessons they will carry for life. We have visited the bone marrow where all defenders are born. We have met the B cells with their antibodies, the T helpers with their balancing signals, the spleen with its filtering work, the gut with its vigilant guardians. All of this happens without thought, without effort, without awareness. The body cares for itself, defends itself, heals itself. It asks only for rest, and in rest it renews. You are held by these same systems tonight. Your body is grooming itself from the inside, maintaining its defenses, clearing away the debris of the day. You need do nothing but let it work. Rest now. Let the quiet guardians keep watch. Let the filters clean and the trainers teach and the factories produce. You are safe. You are cared for. You are whole. You have been resting well. Whether you have been sleeping or simply drifting, your body has been doing what it needs to do. And now, as these words reach you again, you can simply let them flow past, like water over smooth stones. There is no need to hold on to anything, no need to remember. Just let the sounds carry you, gently, peacefully, deeper into rest. In this part of our journey, we will explore the circle of a cat's life, from the very first moments of birth, through the playful days of kittenhood, into the long, peaceful years of adulthood. It is a gentle story, full of tenderness and quiet wonder. So let yourself settle, let your breath slow, and let's walk together through the seasons of a cat's life. Imagine a quiet nest, tucked away in a safe, warm corner. A mother cat lies on her side, breathing slowly, her body curved in a protective arc, and nestled against her, small and soft and new to the world, are her kittens. A mother cat can have up to 12 kittens in a single litter. 12 tiny lives, each one no larger than a handful, each one utterly dependent on her warmth and care. More commonly, litters are smaller, perhaps 4 or 5 kittens. But nature allows for abundance, for the possibility of many lives beginning at once. Picture them now, a tumble of small bodies, eyes closed, ears folded, fur still damp from birth. They press against their mother's belly, seeking warmth, seeking milk, seeking the comfort of her presence. The mother cat watches over them with calm, patient eyes. She has done this before, perhaps, or she is guided by instincts older than memory. She knows what her kittens need. She knows how to keep them safe. There is something deeply peaceful about this image. New life, cradled in warmth. A mother's quiet devotion. The beginning of a story that will unfold over many years. Let yourself feel that same sense of being held. You, too, are cradled by this moment, by the bed beneath you, by the darkness around you, by the gentle passage of time. When kittens first enter the world, they cannot see. Their eyes are sealed shut, thin membranes covering the developing organs beneath. For the first week or two of life, kittens experience the world entirely without sight. They cannot hear either. Their ear canals are closed, leaving them in a world of silence. No sounds penetrate. Not their mother's purr, not the rustle of their siblings, not the ambient noises of the world around them. This might seem like a limitation, but it is actually a protection. The eyes and ears are delicate structures, still forming, not yet ready for the intensity of light and sound. The closed lids and sealed canals keep them safe during these crucial early days. In this darkness and silence, kittens rely entirely on touch and smell. They can feel the warmth of their mother's body. They can smell her milk, and they follow that scent to nurse. Their world is small and simple, warmth here, food there, safety everywhere. There is something profound about beginning life this way. Stripped of the senses we consider most essential, kittens experience existence in its most basic form. Warmth, nourishment, the presence of the mother. Nothing more is needed. Imagine sinking into that kind of simplicity now. Let the visual world fade. Let sounds become distant and unimportant. There is only warmth, only comfort, only the gentle rise and fall of breath. You don't need to see anything right now. You don't need to hear anything important. Just rest in the simple experience of being held by this moment. And yet, Even in this world of darkness and silence, something remarkable happens. Kittens begin to purr when they are just 2 days old. They cannot see, they cannot hear, but they can purr, that soft, rhythmic vibration that is one of the most distinctive sounds a cat can make. The purr serves a purpose in these early days. It is communication. The kitten cannot call out or meow effectively, but it can purr, and that vibration travels through the body, reaching the mother, telling her that the kitten is there, is nursing, is alive and well. The mother purrs back, and though the kitten cannot hear the sound, it can feel the vibration. A conversation in vibrations, a dialogue conducted through touch rather than sound. This is the very first language a kitten learns. Before sight, before hearing, before understanding the world in any conventional way, a kitten learns to purr. Picture a tiny kitten, eyes sealed, ears closed, curled against its mother's warmth. And from that small body comes a faint but unmistakable vibration. Purr. A message. I am here. I am content. I am alive. Let the thought of that first purr settle over you now. The most essential communication, arising from the most vulnerable beginning. Connection present from the very first days. Feel your own chest now, the gentle rise and fall. If you could purr, perhaps you would, a vibration of contentment, of safety, of rest. As kittens grow, as their eyes open and their ears unseal, as the world floods in with light and sound, they begin to play. And play for a kitten is serious business. Watch kittens at play, and you will see hunting in miniature. They crouch, they stalk, they pounce, they wrestle with each other, practicing the grips and holds that would subdue prey. One of the most important forms of play is ambush. A kitten hides behind a piece of furniture, or inside a box, or beneath a blanket. It waits perfectly still, watching, and when a sibling passes by, or a human foot, or a piece of string, the kitten explodes into action, leaping from its hiding spot with all the intensity of a predator striking at prey. This is not random behavior. This is education. Every ambush, every pounce, every tumbling wrestling match is teaching the kitten skills it will need later in life. How to wait, how to watch, how to time the strike perfectly. In the wild, these skills would mean the difference between eating and going hungry. Even for domestic cats who may never need to hunt for survival, the instincts remain. The play continues generation after generation. There is joy in this play, certainly. Kittens are exuberant, delighted, full of boundless energy. But beneath the joy is purpose, learning disguised as fun. Let your mind rest on that image now. A kitten crouched behind a chair leg, tail twitching with anticipation, eyes wide and focused. The sudden leap, the tumble, the pure, uncomplicated pleasure of doing what you were born to do. As kittens grow older, their mother begins to teach them in more direct ways. One of the most distinctive behaviors is the bringing of prey. A mother cat will catch a mouse or a bird and bring it back to her kittens. Not to eat herself, but to share, to demonstrate, to teach. At first, she brings prey that is already dead. The kittens can examine it, sniff it, bat at it, begin to understand what food looks like and smells like. Later, she may bring prey that is still alive but weakened. The kittens can practice the final stages of the hunt, the capture, the killing bite, in a controlled situation, with their mother watching and ready to intervene. This is foraging education, passed from generation to generation. The mother is saying, in effect, this is how we survive. This is what you must learn to do. When a domestic cat brings you a gift, a mouse on the doorstep, a bird deposited at your feet, it may be engaging in this same teaching behavior. You are, in the cat's eyes, a member of its family, and family members must be taught to hunt. It is a strange compliment, perhaps, but it comes from a place of genuine instinct, genuine care. The cat is sharing knowledge it considers essential. Let yourself appreciate that impulse now. The desire to teach, to share, to prepare loved ones for the challenges ahead. It is one of the oldest instincts present in cats and humans alike. And now we come to something you and cats have in common: the need for sleep. Cats are champion sleepers. They rest between 12 and 16 hours every day, sometimes more. That is more than half their lives spent in slumber. This might seem excessive, but it makes perfect sense for a predator. Hunting requires intense bursts of energy: the stalk, the chase, the explosive pounce. This kind of activity is exhausting, and it cannot be sustained for long. Between hunts, the cat must rest, conserving energy, allowing the body to recover. Domestic cats retain this pattern even when they have no need to hunt. The instinct is too deeply embedded to fade, and so they sleep, curled in sunny spots, stretched across soft furniture, tucked into warm corners. During this sleep, cats enter REM, rapid eye movement sleep, the stage associated with dreaming. If you have ever watched a sleeping cat twitch its paws, move its whiskers, or make small sounds, you have likely witnessed a cat in REM sleep. What do cats dream about? We cannot know for certain, but it seems likely that they dream of what they know, of hunting and playing, of stalking and pouncing, of the activities that fill their waking hours. Picture a sleeping cat now, breathing slowly, paws twitching slightly as it chases dream prey through landscapes we will never see. A mind at rest, but not inactive, processing, consolidating, renewing. You are entering that same territory now, the land of sleep, where the body heals and the mind wanders. There is nothing to fear there. Only rest, only renewal, only the quiet work of restoration. Let yourself drift toward it. The cats have shown the way. 12 to 16 hours of sleep is their prescription, and they follow it faithfully. You need not match them, but you can learn from their devotion to rest. And so the cycle continues, from kitten to adult, from playful youth to peaceful maturity. Indoor cats, well cared for and protected from the dangers of the outside world, live on average between 12 and 18 years. Some live even longer, into their 20s in rare cases. Think about what that means. A kitten born today might still be with you when today's children are grown. A cat adopted in youth might accompany you through entire chapters of your life. These are not brief companions. They are long relationships, measured in years and decades. Enough time to know each other deeply, to develop routines and rituals, to build a shared history of quiet moments and small joys. A cat that lives 18 years experiences more than 6,000 days, 6,000 sunrises and sunsets, 6,000 opportunities to nap in warm spots, to watch birds through windows, to curl up beside the people they love. That is a lot of purring, a lot of grooming, a lot of slow blinks and gentle headbutts and peaceful coexistence. Let yourself appreciate the length of this companionship. If there is a cat in your life, or if there has been, or if there will be, know that you are part of a relationship that spans years. A connection built slowly, day by day, nap by nap. And let yourself appreciate the years ahead of you as well. Many days remain, many rests, many peaceful moments like this one. There is no hurry. Time stretches out generous and unhurried, and you are here, resting within it. We began with a mother cat and her newborn kittens, huddled in a warm nest. We watched those kittens grow, eyes opening, ears unfolding, the world rushing in. We saw them play and learn, developing the skills their ancestors needed to survive. We witnessed the teaching that passes between generations, the gifts of prey that carry knowledge from mother to kitten. We understood why cats sleep so much and what happens in those many hours of rest. And we arrived, finally, at the full span of a cat's life. 12 years, 18 years, perhaps more. A long companionship, a patient presence, a quiet thread running through the fabric of human lives. The cycle continues. Somewhere, right now, a kitten is being born. Somewhere, an old cat is sleeping peacefully in a familiar spot. The circle turns, as it always has, as it always will. You are part of that circle too. Your life, your rest, your renewal, all part of the great turning wheel of time. Let yourself sink into that continuity now. You are held by something larger than yourself, something ancient and ongoing, something that will carry you gently through the night. You are doing so well, simply being here, simply resting, simply allowing your body to sink deeper into comfort. That is all that is asked of you tonight. Let your jaw relax. Let your shoulders soften. Feel the weight of your head against the pillow, fully supported, fully held. We will explore something beautiful. The ways cats communicate with us. The sounds they make, the gestures they offer, the invisible messages they leave behind. Cats speak to us constantly, in a language we are only beginning to understand. And as we explore this language, perhaps you will find yourself feeling more connected to the cats in your life, to the world around you, to this peaceful moment. Here is something remarkable that you may not have considered. When cats meow, they are almost always speaking to us. Adult cats, in the wild or in feral colonies, rarely meow at each other. They communicate through body language, through scent, through hisses and growls when necessary. But that distinctive meow, that sound we associate so strongly with cats, is reserved almost exclusively for humans. Kittens meow at their mothers. It is how they signal hunger, cold, distress. But as cats mature, they typically stop using this vocalization with other cats. Fades away, no longer needed, except when humans are involved. Domestic cats have learned, over thousands of years of living alongside us, that meowing gets our attention. We respond to it. We understand it, at least in general terms. And so cats have retained this kitten-like behavior specifically for communicating with their human companions. When your cat meows at you, it is using a language developed just for you. It is speaking across the species barrier, reaching out in the way it has learned works best. There is something touching about this adaptation. Cats have changed over generations to better communicate with us. They have kept a piece of their kittenhood alive, just so they can talk to the strange, tall creatures they have chosen to live with. Listen for that meow in your memory now. The sound of a cat calling out, asking for food, for attention, for company. It is a voice shaped by thousands of years of partnership. A voice meant for you. And here is something even more remarkable. Each cat develops its own unique vocabulary of meows. Not all meows are the same. If you have lived with a cat, you may have noticed this. There is the short, chirpy meow of greeting, the long, insistent meow of hunger, the questioning meow when something is confusing, the plaintive meow of loneliness. These are not random variations. They are learned, developed, refined over time. Each cat creates its own set of sounds, tailored to its specific household, its specific humans. A cat learns which sounds get the best results. A particular tone that makes the food appear faster. A specific cry that brings a human to open a door. Over months and years, the cat builds a vocabulary, a personal language shared between itself and its family. This means that the meows your cat uses are unlike any other cat's meows in the world. They were developed specifically for you, shaped by your responses, refined through countless interactions. They are a private language spoken only in your home. Listen in your mind to the sounds your cat makes, or imagine the sounds a cat might make. Each one carries meaning. Each one is an attempt to bridge the gap between species, to say something that will be understood. Let that sense of connection wash over you now. Communication is happening all around us, all the time. Some of it is obvious. Some of it is subtle. All of it is reaching out, seeking understanding. Now we move from sounds to gestures, from vocalizations to body language. When a cat approaches you with its tail held high, straight up in the air, it is sending a clear message: friendship. This is one of the most reliable signals of positive intention in cat body language. A tail-up posture indicates that the cat is happy to see you, that it feels safe, that it is approaching in a spirit of warmth and affection. Watch for this the next time you come home. A cat that greets you at the door with its tail held high is offering a genuine welcome. It is saying, in the clearest way it knows, "I am glad you are here." The origin of this signal likely lies in kitten behavior. Young kittens raise their tails when approaching their mother, signaling their identity and their peaceful intentions. Adult cats have retained this gesture for use with trusted companions, both feline and human. There is something elegant about such a simple signal. No sound is required, no complex behavior, just the position of the tail, speaking volumes about the cat's emotional state. Picture a cat now walking toward you across a room. Its tail is up, perhaps with a slight curve at the tip. Its pace is relaxed, confident. Its eyes are soft. Every element of its posture says the same thing. Welcome, warmth, connection. Let yourself feel welcomed now. Even if no cat is present, imagine that greeting. The quiet joy of being met with affection, of being recognized and valued. And now, perhaps the most beautiful gesture of all, the slow blink. When a cat looks at you and slowly closes its eyes, holding them shut for a moment before opening them again, it is communicating something profound. This is a signal of trust, of comfort, of positive emotion. In the animal world, closing your eyes in the presence of another is a vulnerable act. It means you are not watching for threats. It means you feel safe enough to lower your guard. When a cat slow blinks at you, it is saying, in effect, I trust you. I am comfortable with you. I do not need to watch you for danger. You can respond in kind. Try slow blinking back at a cat, and you may see the gesture returned. It is a conversation conducted entirely through eyelids, a wordless exchange of affection and trust. Researchers have studied this phenomenon and confirmed what cat owners have long suspected. Slow blinking does indeed indicate positive emotional states. Cats who slow blink are relaxed, content, and favorably disposed toward the recipient of the gesture. Picture this exchange now. A cat, resting on a windowsill, turns to look at you. Its eyes are calm, its body relaxed. Slowly, deliberately, it closes its eyes. A long, peaceful blink. And when the eyes open again, there is warmth there and trust. Let your own eyes rest now. Let them close slowly, gently. Feel the peace of that simple gesture, the lowering of the guard, the acceptance of safety. You are safe here. You can close your eyes and rest. When a cat rubs its head against you, it is doing more than showing affection. It is leaving a gift behind. Cats have sent glands located on their faces, around the cheeks, the chin, the forehead. When they rub these areas against objects or people, they deposit pheromones, chemical messages invisible to us but rich with meaning to other cats. These pheromones carry information about the cat's identity, its emotional state, and its claim to the marked object. When a cat rubs its face against your hand, your leg, your cheek, it is marking you with its personal scent. It is saying, "This one is mine. This one belongs to my world." This is not possessiveness in the way we might understand it. It is inclusion. The cat is bringing you into its scent world, making you part of its environment. You are no longer a stranger. You carry the mark of familiarity. There is something deeply intimate about this act. The cat is sharing something invisible but real, a chemical signature that says you are trusted, accepted, claimed. Feel in your imagination the gentle press of a cat's head against your hand, the soft fur, the slight pressure, the lingering warmth as the cat pulls away. And know that something has been left behind, a mark you cannot see, but the cat knows is there. You are claimed. You are included. You belong. The face is not the only place cats carry scent glands. They also have glands on their cheeks, of course, but additionally on their paws. When a cat rubs its cheek against you, or kneads you with its paws, it is marking you with these glands as well. This is why cats rub against furniture, against door frames, against the corners of walls. They are creating a scent map of their territory, leaving markers that say, "I have been here. This is my space." When they do this to you, you become part of that map. You are not just a companion, you are a landmark, a fixed point in the cat's understanding of its world. Every time a cat rubs against you, it is renewing this mark. Scent fades over time, and so the cat returns again and again to refresh the signature. That repeated rubbing is not just affection, though it is that too. It is maintenance. The cat is keeping its world properly labeled. Think of all the times a cat has rubbed against you. Each one was an act of inclusion, of naming, of claiming. You have been marked countless times, and each marking said the same thing. You are part of this cat's world. Let that sense of belonging settle over you now. You are part of something. You are included in circles you may not even fully perceive. Connections surround you, invisible but real. When a cat needs, pressing its paws rhythmically against a soft surface, alternating left and right in a steady motion, it is doing something that began in the earliest days of life. Kittens knead against their mother's belly while nursing. The motion stimulates milk flow, helping the kitten feed. It is one of the first actions a kitten learns, associated forever with warmth, nourishment, and safety. Adult cats retain this behavior, often kneading against blankets, cushions, or the laps of their human companions. And when they do, those paw glands we just discussed are at work. Pheromones are being released with each press of the paw, marking the kneaded surface with the cat's scent. But there is more to kneading than scent marking. The behavior seems to bring cats genuine comfort. It is associated with relaxation, with contentment, with the echo of that earliest, safest time, curled against the mother, warm and fed and completely secure. When a cat kneads on your lap, it is expressing trust at the deepest level. It is returning, in a sense, to kittenhood. It is saying that your presence brings the same comfort as the mother's presence once did. Feel the rhythm of kneading in your imagination. Left paw, right paw. Left paw, right paw. A slow, steady pulse of comfort and trust. Let your own body find that rhythm now. The slow pulse of your heart. The gentle rhythm of your breath. Left side, right side, in and out. A soothing pattern, carrying you deeper into rest. We have spoken of purring before in the context of contentment and connection. But purring is more complex than it first appears. Cats purr not only when they are happy. They also purr when they are in pain, when they are stressed, when they are frightened. They purr in the veterinarian's office and in the final moments of life. This might seem contradictory. Why would an expression of contentment appear in moments of distress? The answer may lie in the nature of purring itself. Purring is self-soothing. The vibration, the rhythm, the sound, all of these may calm the nervous system, reducing stress and easing pain. When a cat purrs in a difficult moment, it is not pretending to be happy. It is comforting itself using the only tool it has. It is generating its own medicine, creating a vibration that helps it cope with whatever it is facing. There is something deeply moving about this. A creature in distress, reaching for the same gesture it uses in moments of joy. finding comfort in the familiar rhythm, no matter what circumstances surround it. We have our own versions of this. The deep breath in a stressful moment, the humming under the breath, the rhythmic motions we make without thinking when we need to calm ourselves. Let yourself use these tools now. Breathe slowly, rhythmically. Let the pattern of your breath be your own kind of purr, a self-soothing vibration carrying you through the night. And now, something truly remarkable. The frequency of a cat's purr, typically between 25 and 50 hertz, falls within a range that has been shown to promote healing. Studies have demonstrated that vibrations in this frequency range can stimulate bone growth, reduce inflammation, and promote the healing of soft tissue. This is why some medical treatments use vibrational therapy, because these frequencies genuinely help the body repair itself. Cats may have evolved purring, in part as a healing mechanism. A cat that spends much of its life resting, conserving energy between hunts, might be at risk for weakened bones and muscles. The low-level vibration of purring could counteract this, keeping the body healthy even during long periods of inactivity. This would also explain why cats purr when injured or ill. They are not just soothing themselves emotionally. They may be actively promoting their own physical healing. When you sit with a purring cat on your lap, you are receiving some of this benefit too. The vibration passes into your body, gently stimulating tissue, potentially offering the same healing effects. Picture this now. A cat curled on your lap, purring steadily. That low, rumbling vibration passing through both of you. A shared healing, a mutual benefit, a connection that works on levels you cannot see. Let the imagined vibration of that purr settle into your body now. Imagine it soothing any places of tension or discomfort. Imagine it promoting rest, promoting healing, promoting peace. You are held by rhythms you cannot hear. You are healed by frequencies you cannot perceive. Trust in these invisible gifts as you rest. They meow for us alone, in vocabularies developed just for our ears. They raise their tails in greeting, and slow blink their trust across the room. They rub their scent against us, claiming us as their own. They knead in our laps, returning to the comfort of kittenhood. They purr, in joy and in sorrow, generating vibrations that soothe and heal. Every gesture is a bridge across the space between species. Every sound is an attempt to be understood. Every mark is an invisible thread, connecting cat to human, heart to heart. The language is quiet, but it is always speaking. If we learn to listen with our eyes, with our skin, with our attention, we can hear it clearly. You are connected, even now, to the cats you have known, to the creatures around you, to the world itself. Invisible threads run in all directions, and you are held within their web. Let that connection comfort you as you rest. You are not alone. You are never alone. The language of love is always speaking, in frequencies seen and unseen. Rest now. Let the purr of the universe carry you deeper into sleep. You have been resting beautifully, whether you have been awake and listening, or drifting in and out of gentle dreams. Your body has been doing exactly what it needs to do. And now, these words find you again, soft and unhurried, ready to carry you further into the night. Take a moment to notice your breath. You don't need to change it. Just notice it. The way it flows in, the way it flows out. The small pause between each breath, like the space between waves on a quiet shore. In this part of our journey, we will explore more of the ways cats express themselves, the postures and behaviors that reveal their inner states. Some are familiar, some may surprise you. All of them offer windows into the quiet world of the cat. So let yourself settle deeper. Let the night hold you. We spoke earlier of kneading, that rhythmic pressing of the paws that echoes kittenhood. But there is another word for this behavior, one that captures something of its character. Some call it marching. Picture a cat settling into your lap. It turns in a circle once, perhaps twice, finding the perfect position. And then it begins. Left paw, right paw. Left paw, right paw. A slow, deliberate rhythm, as if the cat were walking in place, going nowhere but completely absorbed in the motion. This marching is a sign of deep contentment. A cat that needs is a cat that feels safe, comfortable, at ease. It has returned to the emotional state of a nursing kitten, warm against its mother, the world reduced to softness and warmth. Some cats march on blankets, some on cushions, some on the soft fabric of your clothing or the exposed skin of your arm. The surface matters less than the feeling, the urge to express comfort through this ancient, instinctive motion. Watch the face of a marching cat if you have the chance. The eyes are often half closed, dreamy, unfocused. The body is relaxed. Sometimes, a purr accompanies the motion, adding sound to the rhythm. Everything about the cat says the same thing. I am content. I am safe. I am home. Let yourself feel that same contentment now. You too are safe. You too are home in whatever space holds you tonight. And you can rest here, just as a cat rests in a warm lap, completely at ease. There is a posture that cat lovers have given a peculiar and endearing name. The loaf. You have seen it, surely. A cat tucks all four paws beneath its body, wraps its tail around itself, and settles into a compact shape. From above, the cat looks remarkably like a loaf of bread, rounded, symmetrical, self-contained. This position serves practical purposes. By tucking the paws beneath the body, the cat conserves heat. Those extremities, which would otherwise radiate warmth into the air, are insulated by the cat's own fur and body mass. On a cool day, or in a drafty room, the loaf position helps the cat maintain a comfortable temperature. But the loaf is not quite sleep. Notice that a loafing cat typically keeps its head upright, its eyes open or only half closed. It is resting, certainly, but it remains alert. The ears may still swivel toward sounds. The eyes may still track movement in the room. This is a posture of relaxed vigilance. The cat is conserving energy, staying warm, but it has not fully surrendered to sleep. It is ready to respond if something demands its attention, but content to rest if nothing does. There is wisdom in this balance. To rest without losing awareness. To conserve without shutting down completely. To be at ease while remaining capable of response. You can find this balance too. Even as you rest tonight, some part of you remains gently aware, aware of your breath, aware of these words, aware of the comfort surrounding you. You are loafing in your own way, conserving, resting, held in a state of peaceful alertness. Not all cat postures speak of contentment. Some speak of fear, of warning, of the urgent need to appear larger and more dangerous than one truly is. You have seen this too, perhaps. A cat suddenly arches its back, curves its spine into a high crescent. At the same time, its fur stands on end, every hair lifting away from the body, making the cat appear larger, more substantial, more threatening. This is the classic Halloween cat silhouette, and it is a defensive display designed to intimidate potential threats. The arched back makes the cat appear taller. The fluffed fur, called piloerection, adds volume, making the cat look bigger than it is. Together, these changes transform a small, vulnerable creature into something that looks fierce and dangerous. This display is often accompanied by other signals: a hiss, a direct stare, ears flattened against the head. Every element works together to send a single message: I am not an easy target. Think twice before approaching. Of course, this display is a bluff. The cat is not actually larger or more dangerous than it was a moment ago. But the illusion can be effective, convincing a potential predator or rival to look elsewhere for an easier target. There is something almost theatrical about this transformation. One moment, a calm and ordinary cat. The next, a bristling apparition of barely contained threat. The body speaks a language of warning, loud and unmistakable. Let this image pass through your mind now, and then let it go. There is no threat here in this quiet space. No need for arched backs or bristling fur. Only rest, only peace, only the gentle passage of time. In the world of cats, hierarchy matters. When cats live together, in colonies, in multi-cat households, they establish a social order. And they communicate that order through subtle signals of body language. A dominant cat may assert its position with a simple upright tail, held high and still, a flag of confidence. Its gaze may be direct, steady, unblinking, a stare that says, I am watching you, I am in charge here. Subordinate cats, by contrast, may avert their eyes, lower their tails, make themselves smaller. These are signals of deference, acknowledgments of the dominant cat's position. These interactions are usually subtle. They happen in glances and postures, in the way cats position themselves in a room, in who eats first and who waits. The hierarchy is maintained through constant, quiet negotiation. A language spoken in the tilt of a head, the angle of a tail, the steadiness of a gaze. Most of the time, this system works smoothly. Conflicts are rare because the signals are clear. Each cat knows its place, and the signals reinforce that knowledge. Humans often miss these exchanges entirely. They happen quickly, quietly, without the drama of a hiss or a swipe. But if you watch carefully, you can learn to see them. The flicker of an ear, the turning of a head, the brief telling stare. Let yourself appreciate this hidden world of communication. So much is happening that we do not see. Signals passing back and forth, relationships being maintained, order being preserved, all in silence, all beneath our notice. Now, let us turn to something curious and delightful. Have you ever seen a cat watching a bird through a window and making a strange sound? A rapid clicking or chattering of the teeth, almost like a staccato rhythm, accompanied sometimes by a squeaking vocalization? This is called chattering, and it is one of the more mysterious behaviors in the cat's repertoire. Scientists believe this sound may be a form of anticipatory behavior, a rehearsal in a sense of the killing bite. When a cat catches prey, it delivers a precise bite to the neck, severing the spinal cord. The chattering jaw motion may mimic this action, the cat's body preparing for a kill it cannot make through the glass. There is something almost poignant about this behavior. The cat sees prey it cannot reach. Its instincts surge, its body prepares, but the hunt cannot be completed. The chattering may be an expression of that frustrated excitement, the body going through the motions even when the outcome is impossible. Or perhaps it is simply excitement, uncontainable, spilling out through the jaw as the cat watches its ancestral prey flit past the window. Picture a cat on a windowsill now. Its body is tense with focus. Its eyes track a bird moving in the branches outside, and from its throat comes that strange, rapid sound, a staccato song of instinct and longing. Let the sound fade from your mind. Let the tension of the hunt dissolve. There is nothing to chase tonight, only rest, only stillness, only the quiet that follows effort. If a cat does catch its prey, a mouse, a bird, a toy that serves as a stand-in, you may witness another distinctive behavior: the shake. The cat grasps the prey in its mouth and shakes it vigorously from side to side. The motion is rapid, forceful, almost violent in its intensity. This behavior serves a grim but practical purpose. The shaking disorients the prey, and if the initial capture did not kill it, the shaking may. The rapid motion can break the neck of small animals, or at least leave them too stunned to escape. It is a reminder that beneath the soft fur and gentle purrs, cats are predators. Their bodies are designed for hunting, and their instincts include behaviors that would be disturbing if we thought about them too closely. But this is part of what cats are. They carry within them the wild hunter, the stalker in the grass, the creature who survives by catching and killing. This does not make them less worthy of love. It simply makes them whole, complete creatures with the full range of behaviors their ancestors developed over millions of years. We love cats not in spite of their nature, but because of it. The same grace that makes them beautiful is the grace of the hunter. The same focus that makes them fascinating is the focus of the predator. Let yourself accept this complexity. Nothing is simple. Nothing is purely one thing or another. And that is part of what makes the world rich and interesting. Rest now in the complexity of being. Let the tensions of opposing truths settle into peace. Here is something that will not surprise anyone who has lived with a cat. Cats can recognize their owner's voice. They know who is speaking to them. Research has confirmed what we have long suspected. Cats distinguish their human's voice from the voices of strangers, and yet they may choose not to respond. This is not a failure of understanding. It is not that the cat does not hear or does not recognize or does not care. It is simply that cats are not dogs. They were not bred for obedience or eager responsiveness. They came to us as independent hunters, and they remain independent still. When you call your cat's name and receive only a flick of the ear in response, you are not being ignored in the way you might think. The cat has heard you. It knows you are speaking. It has simply decided that no response is necessary. This might seem frustrating, but there is another way to see it. The cat is not a servant, waiting for commands. It is a companion, sharing your space by choice, responding when it wishes, maintaining its own agenda and priorities. The ear flick is, in its way, an acknowledgement. The cat is saying, "I hear you. I know you are there. I am choosing not to come right now." It is honest communication, if not the communication we might prefer. Let yourself smile at this if you like. The independence of cats, the quiet self-determination. They live with us, but they are not ours to command. And perhaps that is part of why we love them. Cats love to climb. They seek out the highest points in a room, the top of a bookshelf, the back of a couch, the summit of a cat tree. And from these elevated perches, they survey their domain. This preference has deep roots. In the wild, height offers safety. A cat on high ground can see approaching threats. It is harder to ambush, harder to corner. The elevated position provides both security and strategic advantage. Domestic cats retain this instinct, even in homes where no predators lurk. The top of the refrigerator may seem like an odd place to rest, but to the cat, it is the safest spot in the kitchen. The shelf above the door may be dusty and neglected, but to the cat, it is a watchtower. From these perches, cats can observe everything. They can watch the comings and goings of the household. They can monitor the other pets, the visitors, the strange noises from outside. They are part of the action, but safely above it. Picture a cat on a high shelf now. Its body is relaxed, but its eyes are attentive. It sees everything that happens below, missing nothing, judging nothing, simply watching. There is peace in that kind of perspective. Removed from the bustle, observing without participating. You can find that perspective too, in a way. Tonight, you are removed from the demands of the day. You are resting, watching your thoughts drift past without engaging them, observing without participating. Let the high ground of sleep receive you. Let it offer safety and perspective. Let it hold you above the concerns of the waking world. And yet, that love of height can lead cats to places their humans would rather they not go. The kitchen counter, the dining table, the high shelves where fragile items rest. This behavior, sometimes called countersurfing, is not misbehavior in the way we might think of it. It is simply instinct expressed in an inconvenient context. The cat sees a high surface and wants to explore it. The fact that this surface holds your dinner plates is irrelevant to the cat's ancient climbing urges. Cats are climbers by nature. Their bodies are built for it. Those powerful hind legs for leaping, those flexible spines for navigating narrow spaces, those sharp claws for gripping surfaces. Every high place calls to them. Understanding this can change how we respond. The cat is not trying to annoy you. It is not deliberately defying your wishes. It is simply being a cat, following instincts that predate human kitchens by millions of years. The solution, when needed, is not punishment but redirection. Offer the cat appropriate high places, cat trees, window shelves, designated perches. Give the climbing instinct somewhere to go, and the counter may lose some of its appeal. Or simply accept that cats will be cats, and keep your bread in a closed box. Sometimes cats develop behaviors that puzzle and concern us. Pica is a condition in which a cat chews or eats non-food items. Wool is a common target. Cats may suck or chew on woolen blankets, sweaters, or socks. Plastic bags attract some cats, who lick or chew them despite their obvious lack of nutritional value. The causes of pica are not fully understood. It may be related to early weaning, to nutritional deficiencies, to stress, or to simple texture preferences. Some breeds seem more prone to it than others. Some cats outgrow it. Others retain the behavior throughout their lives. Pica can be concerning, as ingested materials can cause digestive problems or blockages. If a cat shows this behavior persistently, veterinary guidance is wise. But it is also a reminder that cats, like all creatures, are individuals. They have quirks and preferences, habits and compulsions. Not everything can be explained neatly. Sometimes a cat chews wool because it is that particular cat with that particular set of inclinations. Let yourself accept the mysterious. Not everything needs to be understood completely. Some things simply are what they are, and we can acknowledge them without needing to explain them fully. Now, let us speak of smaller signals, the subtle communications that cats offer moment by moment. When a cat's ears flick sideways, away from the upright forward position, it is often a sign of irritation. This is not yet anger. It is not the flattened ears of fear or aggression. It is something gentler, more preliminary. A suggestion that the cat's patience is thinning, that something in its environment is not quite to its liking. Perhaps it is being petted in a way that has become tiresome. Perhaps a sound is grating. Perhaps another pet is too close. The sideways flick says, "I am not entirely comfortable. Something is bothering me." If the irritation continues, other signals may follow. A twitching tail, a turned head, eventually a departure or a warning swipe. But the ear flick is often the first sign, the early warning that allows an attentive human to adjust before things escalate. Learning to read these small signals can deepen your relationship with a cat. You begin to notice what bothers them before they have to tell you more forcefully. You become attuned to their preferences and limits. Let yourself appreciate the value of subtle communication. Not everything needs to be said loudly. Sometimes a flicker is enough. Finally, a signal that is easy to miss but important to know. When a cat's whiskers tremble, not in response to air movement or touch, but spontaneously, with a fine, vibrating motion, it may indicate nausea. Cats cannot tell us when they feel sick. They cannot describe their symptoms or point to what hurts. They rely on us to notice, to pay attention, to read the signals their bodies offer. Whisker trembling is one of those signals. It is subtle, easily overlooked, but if you see it, especially combined with other signs of discomfort, like lethargy or loss of appetite, it may indicate that something is wrong. This is part of the responsibility we accept when we share our lives with cats. We become observers, interpreters, guardians of their well-being. We learn their baselines, their normal behaviors, so that we can notice when something changes. It is an act of love, this attention, this willingness to watch closely, to learn the language of small signals, to respond to what we see. Let yourself rest in that love now. The love that pays attention, the love that notices, the love that cares enough to learn. We have seen contentment in the march of kneading paws and the compact warmth of the loaf. We have witnessed defense in the arched back and bristled fur, and dominance in the steady gaze and upright tail. We have heard the chatter of frustrated hunting and understood the shake that ends the chase. We have smiled at the cat who hears but does not answer, and appreciated the ancient instinct that drives cats to climb. We have acknowledged the mysterious, the strange appetites of pica, the subtlety of flicking ears, the quiet signal of trembling whiskers. All of this is the language of cats, spoken in postures and movements, in sounds and silences. A language we can learn if we pay attention. A language that deepens our connection to these remarkable creatures. Let that language settle into you now. Let it become part of your understanding quietly and without effort. And let yourself rest. You have learned enough for now. You have listened enough. It is time to simply be as a cat simply is, present, at ease, complete. Sleep is waiting. Let it find you. You have come so far on this journey, through ancient history and hidden biology, through the language of postures and the poetry of connection. And still, there is a little more to discover. A few more quiet wonders to hold in your mind as sleep draws near. Let your body be heavy now. Let your thoughts be slow. These final facts are small things, details you might never have considered, curiosities that reveal the endless intricacy of the cat. Breathe slowly, rest deeply, and let's continue just a little further into the night. Open a cat's mouth, gently, in your imagination, and count what you find there. An adult cat has 30 teeth. This is fewer than humans, who have 32, and fewer than dogs, who have 42. But cats do not need more. Their teeth are specialized, each one designed for a specific purpose, and 30 is exactly the right number. There are small incisors at the front, used for grooming and nibbling. There are long, curved canines, the fangs, designed for gripping and delivering the killing bite. And there are those carnassial teeth we spoke of earlier, the shearing molars that slice through meat. Kittens begin with baby teeth, just as human children do. These fall out as the kitten grows, replaced by the permanent set of 30 that will serve the cat for the rest of its life. 30 teeth, each one in its place, each one serving its function. A small number, but sufficient. Everything a cat needs to eat, to groom, to defend itself if necessary. Let your jaw relax now. Let your own teeth rest, unclenched, at ease. There is nothing to bite or chew tonight. Only softness, only rest. Here is something you may never have considered. Every cat's nose is unique. The surface of a cat's nose, that small, soft leather at the end of the muzzle, is covered in a pattern of bumps and ridges. And like human fingerprints, this pattern is different for every individual cat. No two cats share the same nose print. Each one is singular, unrepeatable, a mark of identity as distinctive as a name. Scientists have explored using nose prints for identification purposes, the way we might use fingerprints or microchips. The technology exists to scan these patterns and match them to records. Each cat could, in theory, be identified by nothing more than the surface of its nose. There is something lovely about this. Every cat that has ever lived has had its own unique nose print. Every cat sleeping in a sunny window, every cat hunting in a field, every cat curled on a lap, each one carrying this invisible signature. If you have a cat, or if you ever encounter one, consider looking closely at that small nose. The pattern you see exists nowhere else in the world. It belongs to that cat alone. Let yourself appreciate the uniqueness of things. You too are singular, unrepeatable, a pattern that exists nowhere else. And that is something worth resting in. Siamese cats are instantly recognizable. Their pale, cream-colored bodies contrast with darker points, the face, the ears, the paws, the tail. These darker areas give Siamese cats their distinctive, elegant appearance. But here is the remarkable thing. This pattern is created by temperature. Siamese cats carry a gene that affects the production of pigment. This gene is temperature sensitive. In warmer areas of the body, it produces less pigment, leaving the fur pale. In cooler areas, the extremities where blood flow is reduced and temperatures are slightly lower, the gene produces more pigment, creating darker fur. This is why the points appear where they do. The face, ears, paws, and tail are the coolest parts of the cat's body, and so they are the darkest. Siamese kittens are born almost entirely white. The womb is warm, and so no dark pigment develops. Only after birth, as the kittens experience the cooler outside world, do their points begin to darken. It is a living illustration of how genes interact with environment. The same cat, raised in a warmer climate, might have lighter points than one raised in a cooler place. The body responds to its conditions, writing its environment into its very fur. Let yourself rest in the gentle interplay of nature and nurture. You too are shaped by your conditions, and that shaping continues, moment by moment, breath by breath, even now. Orange tabby cats hold a special place in many hearts. Their warm, marmalade coats seem to glow in sunlight, ranging from pale cream to deep, burnished copper. And there is a curious genetic fact behind this coloring. The gene for orange fur is carried on the X chromosome. Female cats have 2 X chromosomes. Male cats have 1 X and 1 Y. This means that for a female cat to be orange, she must inherit the orange gene from both parents, on both of her X chromosomes. But a male cat needs only 1 copy, since he has only 1 X chromosome. This is why orange cats are more often male than female. The odds simply favor it. Roughly 3 out of 4 orange tabbies are male. Calico and tortoiseshell cats, those beautiful mosaics of orange and black, are almost always female, because their patched coats result from having 2 different color genes on their 2 X chromosomes. The rare male calico is a genetic anomaly, usually sterile and quite uncommon. Color and sex intertwined through the architecture of chromosomes. The warm glow of an orange tabby is, in a sense, a visible expression of invisible genetics. Let that thought drift through your mind. The hidden codes that shape visible things. The deep structures beneath surface appearances. And let it go, like a leaf on water, floating away as you rest. And now our final fact, a small, constant wonder. A cat's heart beats between 110 and 140 times per minute. This is faster than a human heart, which typically beats 60 to 100 times per minute. The cat's smaller body requires a quicker rhythm, a more rapid circulation, to keep everything functioning. Picture a sleeping cat now. His body is still. His breath is slow and even. And within its chest, hidden beneath fur and ribs, a small heart beats steadily. 120 times a minute, perhaps. Twice every second. A rhythm that never pauses, never rests, never stops from the moment of birth until the end of life. This heart has beaten billions of times over the course of a cat's life. Each beat pushing blood through the body, carrying oxygen to the brain, nourishing every cell. An engine of life working quietly, asking nothing. Your own heart is beating now, slower than a cat's, but just as steady, just as faithful. It has been beating since before you were born, and it will continue through this night and into tomorrow. Let yourself feel that rhythm. You don't need to find it with your fingers. Just know it is there. The pulse of life, constant and dependable. Let it carry you now as it always has. Let it beat while you rest, while you sleep, while you dream. It knows what to do. It has always known. And so we arrive at a resting place. 100 facts about cats. We have not covered them all yet, but we have come so far. From the ancient miacids to the beating heart within a sleeping cat's chest. From the architecture of bones to the unique print of a nose. These small wonders, the 30 teeth, the temperature-sensitive fur, the chromosome that carries color, the rhythm of the heart, remind us that every creature is a universe of detail. Layers upon layers of intricacy, all working together, all creating the whole. The cat sleeping at the foot of a bed is a miracle of biology, of evolution, of quiet, persistent life. And so are you. Let yourself appreciate that miracle now. The heart that beats without instruction. The body that heals without conscious effort. The breath that continues, faithful and true. There is just a little more to discover. But for now, rest. Let the small wonders hold you. Let the rhythm of your heart be your lullaby. Sleep is close. Let it come. Sleep well and good night.